Too late, motherfuckers. You made your bed, now you got all shit in it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I must be the most interesting man. I must be the most interesting man in the world. I'm the dude. I must be the most interesting man. I could be drinking. I could be drinking those seconds. I'm the go. Turn blind like it's all about me. All about me. Look on Reddit, rap. It's all about me. All about me. I'm the dude. Every show you do, it's all about me. All about me. The whole Babbleverse, it's all about me. All about me. It's amazing. Big global news, front page in Japan, Spain. Big global news, England, Denmark, Ireland. I'm the dude. Big global news everywhere, even in your home country, China. And I did that. I was able to infiltrate the White House, and I did that. I got all that data, put shit at them, and I did that. Not bad, but handicapped. Right, cat? I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I have real political guests on, like David Cicilline, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Ted Lieu, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like Eric Swalwell, who wrote the articles of impeachment. I have real political guests on, like John Patton, who also wrote the articles of impeachment. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, I rushed it. I took over your show. It's me. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Look, Joe Rogan said that I was underrated. It's 35 years ago, I get it. It's 35 years, but I can't change truth. It's 35 years ago, I get it. It's 35 years, and you can handle the truth. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go.
DJ Dabble's made that into like a really cool song.
Hello, welcome to Looking Back at Stuttering John, where we're going back through all of Stuttering John's old podcasts from 2018 to 2023, and as a departure from, I need to remove that, as a departure from the last few podcasts of John's. Hold on, I'm fixing this up. This one is actually kind of dull. I'm not going to lie to you. He's really just he's going through his on this one. He's just basically, he spends most of the episode, like I just scrubbed through it like normally, but he spends most of the episode literally just going through his resume on this one, basically telling Royce about all the money he got and all this, that, and what he did. He actually kind of goes into fairly good detail on his time at The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. I think he goes into more detail than we're normally used to hearing, so that's going to be interesting. So a lot of this is just going to be listening for discrepancies in his story, because I'm sure we're going to find several. Oh, and then at the end, they try to call the White House again, and they just hang up on him, and they're both amazed. Royce and John are amazed that, you know, they know who is calling. Like they're amazed at the caller ID. This is 2018. It's not that long ago. There's caller ID. They're using cell phones. And also, thank you, Miss Demeter, for the membership. You get nothing for that. So I've got some ideas later. But thank you for the membership. Anyway, as usual, Let's go ahead and hit the like, hit subscribe. If you go down below, there's a playlist link to all the Looking Back episodes, so you can listen to them over and over and over and over and over again. And as usual, as I like to do, just get right into it.
Hi, Bob.
White House staff members are freaking out today. Faux podcast or whatever.
That there was actually a prank call. Fake Bob Menendez, real Stuttering John Melendez.
Did this comedian just prank the president?
Courtesy of the Stuttering John podcast.
I can't believe this. All right. Thank you, Don, for putting together that famous phone call at Senator Bob Menendez. Before we get started, I'm here with, of course, Royce and Don.
Yeah, misdemeanor. That's actually one of the better things about us going through and listening to the entire episodes here, is so we can tell, like, as he's changed up his stories and what the story used to be and like what it is now. So there's usually at least a couple little tidbits we can glean out of it.
Hello. And there's no guest today, but Royce, before I say anything, I gotta say, I went and hung out at your house last night, and we hung out and we had a few beers amongst other things. And and of course your lovely wife Stephanie brought out some chips and she made a nice cheese-free salsa for me because I don't like cheese. And then a nice salsa of corn and everything. What?
But where is this going?
No, I started to feel like, wait, I'm overstaying my welcome here.
Oh, no, not at all. I was actually bummed you left.
Oh, because I saw her cooking dinner. Now, a lot of times, Steph will just start bringing out things as we go along,
Right.
And this time, she wasn't bringing anything out, so I'm getting, okay, they're having a private dinner, and they want me to leave before she brings out the dinner.
No, but that's what happened. As soon as you left, she brought out the dinner, and I was like, wow, his timing was way off this time.
Because anniversary sign in the background. I thought it'd be like your daughter and a boyfriend will come over, and you guys were having an intimate dinner, and you can't wait till the stuttering freak leaves.
I'm honestly amazed that John was actually self-conscious for once.
No. Honestly, I felt like there was another 30 or 40 minutes to be had before I would have been ready to get rid of you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That's not personal. That's just like me. Like when people are over too long, you want them to leave.
Yeah, no. I'm look, just so you know, in the future, with me, you just got to say, all right, have one more and I get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, but no, we weren't at that point.
No, I know. I didn't know.
We're actually having a really good time.
No, I know. I just always you know what I mean, Don? You're at someone's house and it's just me, Royce, and Stephanie, and you're going, okay, I'm the third wheel here.
No.
At what point should I leave? But I'm enjoying the free beer.
Of course,
I'm enjoying the free appetizer. There's that New York again.
I was just enjoying the free book because now I don't have to buy a copy of yours. I just listen to you tell me stories. It's great.
Exactly.
You should have just hit record. You had the audiobook done.
Exactly.
It's my own personal, easy for you to say.
So let me
charging you for that plug later.
Yeah, easy for you to say. My book is coming out October 16th. It's on Amazon now, and it's also on rarebirdbooks.com or rarebird.com. That's the same publisher as our last guest we had last week, which is Bobby Brown.
Last two guests. This is turning into a cult.
Last two guests.
Yeah, this is Gretchen and now Bobby Brown.
Yeah, they both are on Rarebird.
Yeah.
And he sexually harassed both of them. Yeah, kelp farming. That's a good. This is back when he still knew but that just shows he knows what he comes across as. But he's looking for affirmation in the. No, of course not, John. Yeah, that's probably exactly what he's looking for here. I can't imagine because remember, once again, I keep calling back. Don, the engineer here, did an AMA, but he was on he was on Point Double Point months ago. Saying that I'll get into this later, but yeah, it's fucking. There is a part in here where I'm just like I'm a little bit amazed.
And Gretchen's book comes out this week. I won't be able to go to her signing down at the Grove because I will be driving to Reno. Tomorrow I drive my Mustang to Reno, Nevada to perform at the Laugh Factory. 8 shows. Tuesday.
Wait, what do you see?
Yeah, they both are on Rarebird.
Yeah.
And Gretchen's book comes out this week. I won't be able to go to her signing down at the Grove because I will be driving to Reno. Tomorrow, I drive my Mustang to Reno, Nevada, to perform at the Laugh Factory. 8 shows.
So this is when he still had that Mustang, that 5.0.
Tuesday through Sunday, Royce.
That sounds like a.
I thought he got the Mercedes when he was still with Leno. I guess not. But yeah, he's still got the Mustang here apparently. And of course he's got to, brag about it.
Conway.
I think you rusted, Dunn. Yeah, this Looking Back series also helps us remember the old school TV energy. Here, I believe in early to mid 2019 or maybe late 2018 is where John really starts yelling back at Carl a lot.
Twitty song or something. Drive my Mustang to Reno.
Yep, driving it to Reno, so I got to clean the inside of my car so I can put down the top. I have a rag top. Put down the top and just plug in the headphones and listen to songs. Which is why on Twitter I ask people, like, what's a good... Everyone says Greta Von Fleet, which I thought was going to be a chick, but I bought one of the songs, and it's like a Led Zeppelin kind of band.
It's hype.
I first of all, I've never heard of Greta Von Fleet.
Yeah,
They've only got like 2 songs.
I'm still stuck on Bobby Brown. I thought she was opening for you. I thought this was it.
Oh, yes. So then
I saw the sparkle in your eyes.
Yes, she still looks great, albeit she wouldn't be able to feel me after Tommy Lee. But she...
Yeah, but who would?
No, because I'm hung like a jalapeno. But she was like, yes, I'd love to do the gig because I'm doing a gig in Victorville. It's actually a cool gig. It's at a Holiday Inn, which I hear that's where Artie Lang's doing gigs now.
The mecca of stand-up comedy, the Victorville Holiday Inn.
Some people have great success.
Yeah, we got to talk. This is one of the things I want to talk about. But first, we'll get to Bobby Brown. I go off topic, which is a complaint of some of our listeners.
You're going to lose Russian bots.
I'm going to lose more Russian bots. Bobby Brown asked me to do the gig. She's only done 3 stand-up shows.
Yeah,
she's apparently good. Someone told me she was funny. I can't remember who it was.
She's as good as you can be for doing 3 shows.
Yeah, and doing 3 rock stars. And anyway, she told me that she wanted to do the show, so I got $50 for her, which I know is not a lot, but that's more than they pay at the Comedy Store.
15?
50.
Oh, okay.
50 and a hotel room.
Oh, wow.
And
your hotel room.
Yeah, well, no, her own room.
Oh, wow.
And a free ride with me. And I can only get her 50 because I'm getting the bulk of the money.
And you would never reach into your own pocket. That would be crazy.
Well, no, of course not. I got it.
So she declined? I don't understand. Or did Gretchen call her? Because I can imagine that. Listen,
no,
Gretchen.
No, she said that she had a gig on the 25th. But
he's going to pay her 50. Here we go. Yeah, John's never giving up any money. We'll never give up any money.
But here's my thing, Royce. If she has a gig on the 25th, it's going to be at night. I'm going to be the fuck out of Victorville, first thing on that morning, on that Sunday morning, or that Saturday morning on the 25th. I am going to be out of there. I'm going to be out of there, by 10 a.m. She'd be back at her house at 11:30 in the morning. How is that going to fuck up her next gig?
Let me tell you something.
What?
I'm going to break this down for you really quick.
Sure.
Anybody who is getting into, and I'm sure Don will agree, anybody trying to get into stand-up comedy, given the opportunity to open up for anybody with a name bigger than theirs, anybody, should take that gig.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I know. I think she was miffed that it was only $50, but here's the thing: at the Comedy Store, at the Laugh Factory, you don't get paid shit.
See, what was the words Howard used to call him? Obnoxious, hero of the stupid. Many words.
You get nothing.
How much did Tommy Lee pay her? Oh, shit. Sorry.
No, I mean, I'm at the ha-ha. You don't get any money. I mean, you're there to work out your stuff. So when you go to Reno like I am, then you get paid a decent amount. I mean, that's how it works. But anyway, so Bobby Brown's not doing the gig. I have no ill feelings for her. Maybe she needs a lot of prep time before she goes and does another gig. But, I wish her all the luck, but it was weird.
Actually, Peanut Butter That is true because I completely forgot that. I see Peanut Butter says I would have done it for just the opportunity, and she got a room at $50. That is actually true. I forgot that this would only be like her third time doing stand up, so being able to open for John probably would have been a decent move. So I take it back. I mean, John's still a tightwad, but I mean, he was offering her $50. Actually, after his interview with her, she probably just did not want to be alone in a car with him or anywhere really. That interview was, she's probably just like, nah, John, I'm good. I'll go get sexually harassed by, other guys that'll actually give me money.
But
Do
look,
you know how many gigs Lenny Bruce turned down back in the day? You have no idea.
but speaking of people down in their luck, and this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, we were.
Is now I got a tweet today that someone said,
Yeah, Peanut Butter, it's Tommy Lee's chick. Well, if you hadn't listened to the previous episode, I think you were here, Peanut Butter, for the previous episode. But if not, you can go listen to it with Bobby Brown. Yeah, her claim to fame is she was in a couple of hairband videos, specifically the major one being Cherry Pie. Yes, that Cherry Pie, the one that John doesn't know the lyrics for. She was in the video for that. That was her claim to fame, and she fucked a bunch of rock stars. And now she's doing stand-up comedy at this time. She's still a stand-up comedian now, but she was just starting stand-up comedy there. So, yeah, she was in a couple of hairband music videos and fucked a bunch of hairband rock stars. Okay, Derek Dabbles. I wouldn't want to be stuck with anybody in Victorville. Victorville, I used to live out in Southern California. Victorville is a place you go through on going and pretty much anywhere east of Southern California. You're going to end up going through Victorville, and you don't stop there.
that a lot of the shows on Compound Media, which is Anthony Cumia's network, are complaining because they said because of budgetary restraints, they have omitted the Compound Media, which is Anthony is. Now I got a tweet today that someone said that a lot of the shows on Compound Media, which is Anthony Cumia's network, are complaining because they said because of budgetary restraints, they have omitted the free snacks and drinks in the studio. So they're not
Really?
Yeah. So now, if this is true, this is what I predicted, and I'm not looking for the war with Anthony.
Wait, you predicted that the snacks and the drinks were going to get pulled?
No, I predicted that they don't have as many subscribers as people think, and they're obviously not able to keep up. They have a big studio in a desirable area in Manhattan, and there's no way they're going to be able to pay the salary of their staff, and be there given the subscription, the amount of subscribers. Since Artie's dismissal, I can only imagine he lost half of those subscribers. So, look, Anthony's got millions of his own dollars thanks to the Open the Ante show. But if they're cutting snacks...
Wait, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm going to get something from the carving station.
Jesus Christ. What, that joke?
Why? The Alpha Chef isn't here
For
yet?
that joke, you fucking stopped my flow here? Holy shit.
You're telling me that they can't afford chips?
Yeah, chips and snacks. That's what a tweet said. I'm not saying it's... Look, you know how many people lie on Twitter, but that's what they said.
Yes, I stopped your flow.
So if it's true, I mean, I said, I don't know how they're going to... Because Anthony, as talented as he is, I mean, I don't know how you're going to charge people. I think they upped it to like $10 a month or whatever it is.
No, I think Royce... So the guys don't listen to anything John's rambling about. I think Royce was trying to make a joke of because they're in Royce's arcade in a studio that they made. So believe it or not, misdemeanor. If you haven't listened to this before, there's 3 guys. They're all in the same room around the same table using the same mics. Okay, you got John, you got Royce, the co-host, and then Don, who's the engineer, right? And you notice that all 3 of them have different audio quality. It's amazing, but yeah, I think Royce was trying to make the point that they don't have snacks there either.
I I don't know how many people are going to be buying that. Like, that's why Joe Rogan does it for free. That's why Mark Maron does it for free. I mean, these guys do it for free. They get their money through sponsors. Adam Carolla does it for free. Because, I mean, they get their money through, like, if you're going through a subscription basis, it's very hard for people to keep on paying that. That's what Howard, I was talking to Tim Sabian.
He was not. And also, keep in mind, we know that Compound just finally got, just merged with Censored, like last year? So it lasted a good run past this.
Tim Sabian was like I don't know what he was, but he ran Howard's Sirius station. Tim Sabian's a hell of a guy, a big-hearted guy, a great guy, and he experienced some of the horrors of Howard, some of which I include in my book, although I don't say that Tim is my source. And he may not be. No, Royce, he may not be. Some of them are not. Or some of them, maybe all of them aren't, Tim.
Those page numbers are underlined.
Yeah, but all I'm going to say is that what was I going to say?
I don't know. I didn't interrupt you this time.
Yeah, I know. But, Tim Sabian, I was on the phone with him, and he said that when Howard went to Sirius and started charging, he said in Howard's heyday, Howard had 16 million.
All right, I guess this is a good time to bring it up. Misdemeanor says, I know nothing about Royce. I also don't know much about Howard Stern. Everything I learned is from Radio Gunk or Shirley. I was too young to listen to Stern, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, you're in the right spot because this is, going back and listen. This is about when the Dabbleverse happened. If you go back to the Trump call, if you look back in the playlist and you go back to the one with the Trump call, that's the one where at the very beginning they talk about this show that trashes other, or that goofs on other podcasts. Gave them a scathing review. That was obviously WATP. So this is sort of like the beginning of goofing on John. And so this is a good place to start. And Royce, he's just a fan. He's just a Howard Stern fan that wants to be around Howard Stern guys. So he just sucks up to John. I think they're together until around early 2019 or something like that, late 2018. John isn't around this much, and also at this time, John is also working at Royce's Arcade, which he actually rents and sells arcade machines. John is the guy that moves the arcade machines when they're not doing the podcast. So John's job right now is moving Royce's arcade machines, and then on Tuesdays they go in and they spend an hour or so doing the podcast after that, and then he runs directly to the pub afterwards. But yeah, Royce isn't very important. He's doing Disney adult stuff now, and distanced himself from John, as I said, about 2019 or so. We'll get to that episode, but yeah, just a super fan with money and space and wants to be around John.
I thought it was more, but he said 16 million listeners. I thought it was more like 30 because we were in like 50 markets. I thought it was more like 30, but Tim said it was 16 million. And then when Howard first went to Sirius, it went down to like 3 million. And then he said now, again, another one of my predictions, he said that they'll be lucky to have 1 million, which is what I said. I said that, a while ago on this podcast. I said, I'm guessing Howard has 1 million. And that's Howard Stern. That's the best radio broadcaster in the history of radio. So how many is Anthony Cumia going to draw?
But that's not going to be 1 million live concurrently. That's going to be, across the day.
Right.
And don't use words that my listeners are not going to be able to
concurrently, all at once.
Plausible deniability.
All right, listen.
Royce.
Do you want something from the carving station? Because I was going to get myself some ham, a little filet mignon. The writing is on the wall when the vending machine prices and your monthly subscription prices start to meet in the middle.
So I don't know, and Anthony, if this is untrue, I apologize. But it's not anything against Anthony, because it's hard to charge people and get them to continue to pay on a monthly basis. It might be a good novelty in the beginning, but at some point, times are tough. I don't give a fuck what Trump says about jobs and all this, and the jobs. I can't tell you how many of my friends are having financial woes. I mean, even Charlie Sheen is now saying he's got to go and get a downward modification. In which, Royce, you know, I'm divorced, so what happens is, like mine, you know, how much I pay, you know, my wife for child support and at one time alimony goes up and down based on your salary. So.
Right.
So you know, like when I was making a lot, then I was paying her $6,800 a month at one time.
Yeah, Royce did help John do that roundtable with Billy, John, and Jackie, which John absolutely fucked up. I do have that. That has been procured. I believe it happened in March of 2019, and we will be listening to that when they get to it in the podcast. But I have it ready to go.
You know, then the Tonight Show cut our salary. Then I went down to $3,000, and then it went down to $1,000. Then it went back up to $3,000. I mean, it goes up and down as your salaries go up and down. But Charlie Sheen's paying $43,000 a month to one of his wives.
That's crazy. That's just the one wife.
I know. So he's saying he can't afford it. So he's, and I hear so many of these people are having now Brad Pitt saying Angelina Jolie is going broke. So what I'm leading up to, Roy, is I posted a joke on Twitter, and you know my comedian friend Jason Galern, who I respect his opinion. He's on the wall at the Comedy Store. He thought it was a brilliant joke. I said, Don, here's the joke. I said, man, my career's going so bad. I was in an Uber the other day, and unfortunately, I was driving. Right. Now that's an obvious joke.
Of course, it's a joke.
And then people just writing me on Twitter, well, you shouldn't have left Howard, and oh, really, John? I can't believe it's that bad.
Yeah.
It's fucking. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. I have nothing to say about that. We all know. That's from his act. And yes, he was doing the same act here in 2018 that he was doing in the 2000s that he's doing now.
And it's a fucking joke. Then I gotta start telling people it's a joke, and then some idiot tweets me and goes, "How horrible!" and he spells horrible HORABLE. That you gotta say it's a joke, and I go, "It's also pretty bad that you can't spell horrible."
Yeah, you should be like douchebag. It was a joke. I'm working for Lyft.
No, I know, and it's a joke, but people, it's like weird, but I could see why they would assume that times are that bad, even for me, because look, I didn't make Charles Sheen money. I don't make Angelina Jolie money. I didn't make Artie Lang money. I mean, I made, my heyday on the Tonight Show probably maybe like $450 a year. And listen, I made so many good choices with housing. I don't know if you know this. Like, I was paid $35,000 on the Stern Show when I bought my first house. And I was able to afford my first house because I had bought Infinity stock at $17, and I bought 2,000 shares, and it went up to about 120.
Of what stock?
Infinity.
That was, okay.
That was a company that Mel Farmer's owned. So I was able to, get it up to 250,000, where I put 100 down on my house in Babel. Now, I bought that first house for $350. I sold it for $500 in like 3 years. Bought another house for $750. Sold it for $890. Then I bought my condo in Manhattan. Get a load of this down. I bought my condo in Manhattan before I got to the Tonight Show. I paid $960,000. I sold it when I got to the Tonight Show within 8 months for $1,450,000.
Who gave you all that real estate advice?
Me, because I buy in an area just like I bought my place now in Canoga Park. I buy in an area where I know people are going to have to go out. I
thought Trump gave you all that advice.
Well, Trump did give me. He talked me out of buying a place in Battery Park because it had a land lease. But and he was really good. He went through the numbers. I mean, he knows numbers. I mean, he was able to go through and he knew.
Yeah, like dollar menu.
Yeah, he knew how to figure out how many square foot. How much it would cost.
How many black people that you need to evict
per square foot.
He knows basic math like. Money per square foot. How much does it cost per square foot? I don't know how to do that.
But anyway, so I've always been successful in real estate. When I bought my first house out here in Calabasas, which I bought in Calabasas because I wanted backyards and I wanted a good school district. My kids are still going to Calabasas. Calabasas was the top-rated school district in all of California. Sure. So, and I don't have to pay for private school, which a lot of my friends do, and guys who make good salaries don't have enough money to get by because they're paying all this private school, elementary school. Calabasas, they were in a good school, so I did that. I bought that house for $1.4 million. I sold it for $2.1.
Yes, you can. A 5-minute quick and easy calorie burning workout.
This isn't me. This
Give it
is
a
John.
try.
Yes, they put commercials right in the middle of sentences. They just let them drop wherever they drop.
Come join our sweat sesh on TikTok.
This is where I made my blunder, thanks to G.W. Bush. I bought my next house. When Jay gives the notice that he's leaving in 5 years, I go, fuck, I'm going to be out of work now. So I buy this house in the Oaks and Calabasas. This is where Justin Bieber eggs people, and goes 100 miles per hour down, residential roads. And although Justin's behind the second gate, there's one gate to keep the riffraff out, and there's the second gate
to keep the riffraff in.
No, there's the second gate to keep the $1 million or $2 million a year people out of the 10 to 20 million people. So
because they're new money.
Yeah, so the Britney Spears and Justin Bieber, they live behind the elite gate, the golden gate.
Oh my God.
So anyway, that's where I made my blunder. So I bought that house for 2.1. I'm thinking I'm going to sell that after the 5 years that Jay goes for like 3.5 because my neighbor sold his for 3.65. I'll come out with like $1.5 million, $2 million, and then I'll be, I don't have to worry too much. I'll be able to invest that and then just keep, pay myself $80,000 a year and I'll be fine. Then the bubble burst on the Bush, and I knew it was happening when he started going to Iraq and Afghanistan. All the wars would cost him billions of dollars. I go, and then it's not really all his fault because the whole housing. There was no, these guys were giving out loans they shouldn't have been giving out.
Yeah, he's like blaming Bush because of the war, but which is fucking retarded. It was all the subprime loans.
And at the bubble burst, I lost like $400,000 on that house. So I made probably $2 million on housing, but I lost that $400,000 chunk right when I needed it. And then I was out of a job for 4 months, before the Jay Leno show started. And then when that got canceled, I was out of a job for another 3 or 4 months, and then we went to the Tonight Show, so I was able to save more money, so I could buy my house that I have now.
And by the way, what chapter will all of this be in your book?
It won't be my book, but I'm just saying.
The second book.
Why? Why?
Nothing.
Do you want me to include this in my book?
No, just keep going, please.
What? No. Just explain.
I was trying to set you up. Never mind. Keep going.
Oh, in my book, easy for you to say, that comes out October 16th? Yeah, I don't really, but that's the
Chapter 11. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, chapter 11. Oh, that's what you're going for.
And okay, it was a joke with a book plug that you missed.
I'm going to call back to it in chapter 13.
Listen, I've never declared bankruptcy.
John just does not get it. He is not getting anything. I don't think John's listening to Royce. Well, no, John's dumb, so he doesn't understand jokes.
That's the
chapter 11. Anyway, go ahead.
Chapter 11. Oh, that's what you're going for.
And okay, it was a joke with a book plug that you missed.
I'm going to call back to it in chapter 13.
Listen, I've never declared bankruptcy.
And it was like super obvious. I got it right away. I knew exactly what Royce was getting at. I thought it's clever.
As D. Snyder has done, as Donald Trump has done 3 to 5 times. I have never declared bankruptcy. I've kept my head above water. And in the entertainment industry, I've been successful now for 28 years in entertainment. That's pretty damn fucking good. I was able to be executive producer on Stephen Mills' show. I was the head writer for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. I've been able, and now I have a book deal. And as you know, I'm expecting a pretty huge advance any day now. So, I'm able to keep my head above. But I can understand why when I make a joke about driving for Uber, some people are going to fucking believe me.
But this is actually, not to make it too serious, but this is the problem with Twitter as a whole, because it's a multi-purpose forum. People make jokes, people make serious statements. So people will read whatever they want to read, however they want to read it.
But that's just also how the world has always worked. Like, if you're in the public eye, people assume you're on top. You got the millions and you're living the life.
Yeah,
as soon as you disappear for a few minutes, everybody assumes you're done. You're destitute.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only the extremes. They never just assume you're like, I'm good. I'm just stepping back for a while.
Well, and he also admitted, and he said that he did actually drive for Uber.
Like somebody who did that, a really famous.
Yeah, that probably didn't help. People, believe him that he is an Uber driver.
This comic, I just forgot. He stepped away.
Oh, I don't know.
He made movies. He was like, I just want to raise my kids for a while, and now he's kind of coming back a little bit. I
Jim
just
Carrey?
blanked on it. No, darn. I'm sorry.
All right. Thanks for leaving that out there.
Sorry. it'll come around.
Find out next
Everyone
week
turn
what
off
Don
his
is
mic.
talking about.
Turn off his mic. No, I'm only
I don't have
kidding,
that
Don.
power.
I'm only kidding. Anyway, but getting back to this.
Don runs the whole space station over there.
Well, he'll think about it now. He'll think
It's
about
gonna
it.
come to me.
But yeah, so I can understand that. But like, I even have a tag for the joke. I do the joke. I say, it's how bad my career is going. I'll say like when I'm on the stage in Reno, I'll go, this is how bad my career is going. This is actually the highlight of my career. And then I'll say, no, seriously, this is how bad my career is going. I was in an Uber the other day, and unfortunately, I was driving. And then I'll say, and it was weird because like as I'm driving, I see this other comedian who took my job on the Stephanie Miller Show, and I see him, and he's walking like 10 dogs, and I'm like, look at this loser. How good of a comedian could he be? He's a dog walker.
A dog walker.
And then I go, wait a second. I'm driving a fucking Uber.
Rick Moranis.
But he went away for different reasons. His wife died.
Like you say, to raise his kids.
Right,
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
But people perceive, he's tanked now. His career's over. He's out of the public eye. He's done. No. He just wants to go live a happy personal life. He's still got cash. He's fine.
But anyway, so I get it that people believe it, but I'm just like, it's a fucking good joke.
So the one thing that I was going to say earlier that I'm going to say now, keep in mind, Don, when he was on Point Dabo Point, said that John was always in Royce's pocket, always trying to get money out of Royce. So here he is talking about how he's got plenty of money, right? He's got plenty of money. He's going to get his advanced. He's got all this stuff going for him. Yet his current job is moving arcade cabinets for Royce, and he's constantly asking Royce for money. It's fucking this guy.
I think it's funny. I think it's more funny to me that people chose not to hear that as a joke.
I know. Well, the Stern fans just want me to fail.
Well, there's people that are so incredibly negative towards you we talk about this every week. There are people that are so negative towards you just for leaving, as if like given the opportunity to make more money wasn't a good decision on your part.
Well, it wasn't only that. And look, monetarily, in the long run, it probably would have been better to stay at Stern because I would have still been there and I was still making, I don't know how much they would have upped me to. I was making 85. They probably doubled it when I went to Sirius. I probably would have been making, I don't know, 170.
No, he would have been fired when they went to Sirius. But yeah, Don's AMA on PDP, I believe it was PDP. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was either PDP or Rico. Either way, it was fantastic. If you can go back and check it out, I even forgot. I think it was on TSN. I think it might have been on WATP. Look at either one. Go find it. Listen to it. It's great. Don talks about his experience with what we're listening to right now.
Maybe 225 now.
That's still not even half.
No, it's not a lot. But see, the thing that they don't understand is that I get 2 pensions from making the move to the Tonight Show, which will keep me sustainable for like the rest of my life.
Right.
Those pensions are for the rest of my life.
I want to point out he's 52. I believe is 52, 51 or 52 here. I forget. I think he's like 52 here. Well, he just turned 60 like last year in 20. Yeah, I think he's like 51 or 52. It doesn't matter. He's in his early 50s talking about taking his pensions.
Because I was paid so much. What?
I mean, anybody that really wants to have any insight into your financials and sort of your entire life. I mean, this is it right here. You're putting it all on the table. It's
I don't care because what I'm saying is
it's kind of incredible.
No, because I'm an open book anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we got the guy in the White House right now. Like, we have no idea financially what's going on with this guy. We know everything you've done financially now.
Yes, but so what I'm saying is I made the move not even for the pensions or anything. I made the move because I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of the Stern Show. I couldn't handle the abuse anymore, and also I went to NYU for film and television, and I wanted to fucking, fulfill my dreams. Anyone who doesn't fulfill their dreams is going to end up regretting it. So when people ask me, do I regret leaving Stern? No. If I didn't leave to be the announcer on The Tonight Show, be part of television history, I would have been on The Stern Show now, still pissed pissed that I didn't leave. And
No, he would have been fired as soon as they went to. As soon as was it Marcy Turk? I think came in. He would have been fired.
And even if I told Howard that I had an opportunity to be on the Tonight Show, he would have said bullshit. He would have called me a liar and said that would have never happened. There's no way they would ever hire a stutterer to be the announcer, and nobody would have believed it, and it would have just went away. And it would just been me telling you, and you'd be like, bullshit, John. No, it's like when we did the Trump call. My own friends wouldn't believe that we fucking pulled it off. So nobody was going to... Who would have believed, Don, that I was going to be the announcer on the fucking Tonight Show?
Yeah, exactly. It sounded like a mistake.
I mean, Howard would not have believed it, and then it would just been my own little fucking story to tell that fucking... And that no one was going to believe. So I did it. I made the choice. I was employed by NBC, the Tonight Show, for 10 years. 15 years on the Stern Show.
It's an easy gig, by the way. The Tonight Show compared to the Stern Show?
Well,
the hours alone.
No. As a writer and as a drop-in writer, there's me and the two others, Troy and Rob. Troy, who just won, I think, 2 Emmys with Ellen. He's a writer for Ellen now. We had literally the hardest job. Even Derek Jones, he was a writer's assistant at Tonight Show. He's now a writer for Howard.
Oh, really?
Which I helped him get the gig. And now he won't even fucking, when he comes to LA, he won't even hang with me because he's afraid that he's going to find out. He's going to get in trouble, which is just so lame.
The guy that got you the job.
I believe at this point, John has got everybody at the Howard Stern a job there. John is the reason that they have any employees at all at Howard Stern.
Yeah, so but me and my friend Ross helped Derek get that job. Ross, by telling him that they were looking, because I got Ross the job at Sirius. Booking guests at Sirius, but
man, good thing John is around for Sirius as well. They wouldn't have any employees either if it wasn't for Stuttering John.
Ross told Derek they were looking for a job, and I called Will. I DM'd Will and said you should hire this guy. He's good, and Derek is still there. But Derek came out here to LA and saw like all of his friends, and I had put Derek on my shows at the Improv at Harrah's in Vegas and a lot of shows, and he comes out here and like I'm the one person he doesn't call, and because he's afraid of what Howard's gonna
everybody is
say, and plus I have a book coming out. I get the fear. I'm not in retrospect I'm not that angry at Derek, but Derek should know I would never have told anybody that I hung out with him anyway. And I don't have any hard feelings.
I don't know, man. I mean
look, I have no hard feelings with Derek, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, that's just, that's just how it works.
No, but you
nobody wants to hang out with me. It's got to be Howard. It's the red flag list they got going on. I'm the only one on it, but it's the red flag list.
You were saying before that you would get up in the morning. I was trying to make the comparison that had to be easier job because you'd have to get up at 4 in the morning.
No, because this is what we did, and this is all in my book. Easy for you to say, comes out October 16th, is what I did, Royce.
Royce.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think it was like the 5th episode that he did with Royce that he called him Ross. And I just called him Ross again. I think there's like the 11th or 12th. He always gets... He
did, and this is all in my book. Easy for you to say, comes out October 16th. Is what I did, Royce. Was a drop-in. So drop-ins, and it was my friend Rob who had the great idea. Because I was doing everything on paper. Jack Cohen, the head writer, who's a great comic. Jack told the editor, I wish I had 10 Johns. I was getting so many things in, which is why people say, I have no talent. I was getting so many things in that Jay would pull me aside and go, John, you're doing a great fucking job. I had 7 segments, which are like complete comedy segments. The second part of the second, segment of the show, 7 of those things were mine. I had so many jaywalks. I had, monologue jokes, drop-ins, and drop-ins are video jokes, and hand-ins, and all this. I started getting so many in that Rob Young said, John, I don't know why you're not coming in and pitching them yourself. So I started pitching them, which meant me and the 2 other drop-in guys pitched to Jay in Jay's office with Jay, the head writer, the writer's assistant, the head writer's assistant, the head of research, the head of graphics. I mean, all these guys in Jay's tiny office, because Jay would never want a big office because he has to keep that working man, which is why he wears denim. And we all pitched
every day.
at 9:30, and like if Jack has a bad
9:30 in the morning for that day.
So
Yeah, misdemeanor said that. Yeah, it's hard to listen to soberish John tell stories. To be honest, yeah, it's crazy how just 8 years ago he could speak in complete sentences and coherently.
Jack, if he hates something, he fucking lets you know it. Now, so we pitch in the morning, then produce our bits, write the scripts.
Evans Gate, no. Nobody besides John gives a shit about this story. Well, maybe Ross does. Ross might be enjoying it because remember he's a Stern super fan, so he's like really interested in all this. No, the stories are all bullshit. Of course, like none of this happened. None of this is true, and a lot of this is like stuff like we'll never hear. Like we'll hear bits and pieces throughout, but this is like the first time I think I heard it where he kind of went through his whole day with on Leno.
Work with the actors, get the graphics, do all that until 4. We have to have it all in by 4. At 2:30 they play it in rehearsal, and then they either say yay or nay, and then you argue for your drop-in. And then if it goes at 4 o'clock, you get it on, and if you get laughs, you're in. It stays in. If it bombs, they'll take it out and post. But at 4, then me, Rob, and Troy get sometimes 3 hours of research.
Peter Parker says, "Cryptid, you're being one-sided, and this isn't like you. This is exactly like me." Hey, I'm, there's a lot of people in the Dabbleverse that say, I call balls and strikes. I call it like I see it. And I call it like I see it. If John is worthy of a compliment, I give it. But most of the time he isn't. So.
Of clips from the news and from like Jersey Shore and.
Yes, bits and pieces. It was completely unintended, just the way it came out. And so I just rolled with it.
The View and the Today Show, and we watch the 3 hours of tape at night from like sometimes at 9 to 10 at night, and then we have to come up with the jokes.
That's for the next morning.
Edit them in joke form, so we'd have to pull our own research and pull our own pictures.
But what did you enjoy more?
And then just so you know, and then drive in at 7 and make sure everything's in place for your
7 a.m.
7 a.m. and then we would plug into JTV and then play our 5 drop-ins.
It sounds like you were like on a perpetual wheel.
Yeah, and now because Rob was the senior drop-in guy, he would go first. So Troy and I would alternate. So sometimes Troy and I would have to have 7 or 8 because if Rob he gets the first dibs, so he might have 2 or 3 of the same ideas and
right, just out of the bat you lose.
So we literally have to have like 8 every morning just to be safe.
Because there's going to be obvious jokes that you're both going to think of.
And I'm telling you, and talk about, I'm getting a little inside baseball here, but broadcast news, you remember when they had to rush that tape in?
Yeah.
That's how it was. At 3:55, if we didn't have that drop in, it was too late, and then it would become old news.
Okay, so this is kind of fast.
All right, Peanut Butter 66 wants to know, will you at least give John a writer's credit? I will. I'm 100% certain John was in the writers' union. I was in SAG-AFTRA, or AFTRA, AFTRA's radio. Was in SAG as a writer on Jay Leno's Tonight Show. 100%. Because Jay didn't want to fire anybody. And it's well known in the entertainment industry, especially like movies and TVs, when you have somebody that you can't or won't or don't want to fire, you stick them in the writer's room in order to keep them out of trouble because that's where their incompetence can do the least damage. That's why you have a lot of, the producer's, cousin or the producer's nephew or whatever is in the writer's room. And so he can grab a paycheck and stay out of everybody's way, and his incompetence will not hurt the project.
Fascinating, because I like this inside stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about a Monday through Friday show.
Yeah.
Jay always taped his shows on the same day.
Yeah.
He didn't do the Thursday for Monday thing that everyone else does. So you keep going. Now, I'm curious the difference with the Stern Show, because you'd go in how early in the morning to prep for the show?
The Stern Show, I got in at like think Baba Booey wanted me in at 5:45. I would get in at 5:50, 5:55 just to annoy him.
So everything was done at the end of the show.
No. Then at 10:30 or 11, Howard usually went late. He was only supposed to be on from 6 to 10. He would go to 10:30, 11. And then I would just hang around, and then I would pre-record my show out to lunch, literally in 20 minutes, and then Artie and I would go and have breakfast, and that was the whole day.
You hear that? So John would hold on. Let's go back a little bit because I was reading chat. Yeah, misdemeanor. That's actually pretty well known in show business. That there are obviously actual people who are hired to write and be writers, but when they have somebody that, as I said, can't or won't or don't want to fire, they'll also throw them in the writer's room and basically stick them in the corner with a box of crayons, and maybe they might come up with something every now and again that they'll use, but mostly it's to keep their incompetence from damaging the product.
Do the Thursday for Monday thing that everyone else does. So you keep going. Now, when I'm curious the difference with the Stern Show, because you'd go in how early in the morning to prep for the show?
The Stern Show, I got in at I think Baba Booey wanted me in at 5:45. I would get in at 5:50, 5:55 just to annoy him.
So everything was done at the end of the show.
No. Then at 10:30 or 11, Howard usually.
I'd come in late just to annoy him.
You keep going. Now, when I'm curious the difference with the Stern Show, because you'd go in how early in the morning to prep for the show?
The Stern Show, I got in at I think Baba Booey wanted me in at 5:45. I would get in at 5:50, 5:55 just to annoy him.
So everything was done at the end of the show.
No. Then at 10:30 or 11, Howard usually.
I don't know why everybody was always picking on me. I couldn't handle it no more. It was so toxic. They always beat me up. I don't know why.
He went late. He was only supposed to be on from 6 to 10. He would go to 10:30, 11. And then I would just hang around, and then I would pre-record my show out to lunch.
Pre-record it. I think Carl was talking about that the other day, saying that John admitted that he just pre-record his after show for like 20 minutes because it's just like, and next up whatever this album is,
literally in 20 minutes, and then Artie and I would go and have breakfast, and that was the whole day.
Yeah, but where was the bits and the recording and the pitching and the writing?
Then if then we would go on our computer, and if if there was an assignment, to write some homeless questions, like I produced the whole homeless game. I wrote the questions. But you didn't have the kind of structure that you had with Jay, where everything. No. That's what I'm saying, and there was no real pressure to write on Howard
because there was always enough.
Yeah, because I would write most of my stuff while Howard was on the air. I would just write them on my computer. Howard would see the joke and do it.
But I guess what I'm trying to figure out, so
that's not a writer. Anyway, see what? Do you feel Stern was unfair with John in his anger with Leno denying John his writer? I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Peter, but are you saying Leno denied John his writer's credit with the Stern Show? No, John wasn't a writer on Stern. It's been brought up many times with many people from Stern saying that no, John was not a writer. I mean, he wrote stuff, but everybody wrote stuff, but he wasn't like a writer.
Back then, was Howard not doing as much pre-recorded stuff?
We would all do it on Lotus Notes. It was like we would all just write. Fred, always fearing his job or fearing, he would write a billion things. But I would write the song parodies. I would do my own. I would write some with Fred and Jackie. I mean, it was but the writing environment was easier on Howard. It wasn't like it's like a difference of it. Howard really. It wasn't like he needed to, Howard, could just talk. He didn't need to have a billion bits, you know what I mean? But we, at least me, I was motivated just to write them because I like to write and I like to hear, I had a Roman Polanski song parody on to, one of the Monkey songs, hey, I'm Roman Polanski.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was mine. I did that all on my own. And I did my name is Fred, my name is Eric, the Eminem thing, which Fred somehow, it disappeared after a week.
Of course it did.
And it was so well produced, and Howard loved it, and somehow Fred seemed to have lost it, which we all know that you hid that thing, Mr. Nukas. That's his real last name, right?
No.
Fred Norris's real last name is Nukas.
Yeah, no wonder.
So now his name really is Eric Nukas.
Eric Nukas.
Because he legally changed his name to Eric and never told anybody.
And he never changed it back, right?
No, he's still known as Fred.
So
all this shit's in my book. It gets even deeper. But anyway, so getting back to the Tonight Show. So you got to listen. Another thing I wrote extensively, and I probably have the record on the Tonight Show writers for cold opens. So cold opens are the bit before SNL with the little sketches that say live from Saturday Night. Cold opens for the Tonight Show was the little comedy sketch with the guest that day that would air before the announce.
Before the title sequence, right?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I gotta play this. This is somewhat of what John was talking about, but this is by Fred.
When are you saying hi? My name is Stuttering John. 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 Why does everybody think I'm a moocher? Got any IPOs? I got a great call on line 14. I swear to God, Howard, it was there a minute ago. Hey, Jelly, you buying lunch? Want to smoke a joint by the pool? Give me a hug. Buy me soup. How come I'm not part of the group?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right on, right?
Oh, my goodness.
That's him.
Captured him completely.
What can you do for me next?
My name is Stuttering John.
And he wouldn't see himself this way at all.
No. He won't understand this song.
My name is Stuttering John. I like beer. I like Prozac. Big fan.
That just reminded me of that song.
Yes. Yeah. So I would, and that was a whole nother thing. I'd pitch him because I was the only writer in the briefings besides Jay. So I would write these cold opens, sometimes with John Kennedy, who's now a writer over at James Corden, and we would write the cold open, and then I would have to get it approved by the executive producer, then get it approved by the head writer, or vice versa. Then get it approved by Jay. I had to go to 3 places. Like John Kennedy, he refused. He just would write it with me, and then he would be, I don't want to deal with this fucking, because it was a minutia. So I had to get it approved by 3 of the top people. Then it goes to the second producers. They have to get it approved by the guests. So, like a Charlie Sheen, who I did 3 with, he would have to approve it, think it's funny, and then when
how
the guests
slow is that?
And then so I wouldn't hear until 2:00.
So John had to basically get anything that he wrote approved by literally everybody in the building, probably including the key grip, and maybe the craft services would have to weigh in on it as well to see if he can get anything done. Yeah, he was just given a box of crayons and told to sit in the corner
in the afternoon if we're going to do it. Then I would get all the freaking, a lot of times it would be props and everything, get all that done, and then as soon as the guest shows up at 3:15, at 3:30 I would tape it, and then have to edit or put any sound effects in and get that fucking thing in at 3:55.
But did you?
It was so stressful. It's like broadcast.
That's what I'm trying to get at, because I know you. I know your OCD.
Yeah.
I mean, like
I would go nuts.
I would imagine. I could just picture you running down the hallway, stuttering,
Yes.
spittle everywhere,
Yes.
papers everywhere.
Yes.
I gotta get the bit. Like I could just picture the.
Oh yeah, people would see me zipping down the hallway. I would be running down the hallway with tape. I would get the car from the cameraman and run down the fucking hallway and get to editing.
Yeah.
So because it has to go into the main editing bay, and then they spit it out to the editing bay that we're editing in, and sweat is pouring. And the director's assistant is on because we have like all these buttons, like we had everyone's like connected, and they'd be, is it ready? And we'd be at like 3:54. Boom. Okay, it's done. We're sending, and I'd be like sitting there walking around the editing bay, and all the editors, I'm stressing all of them out because I'm sitting there like, and then it finally gets in, and and it gets laughs.
But I'm sorry, I'm just nerding out for a second here. Did you guys have your own edit bays, or was this all the way down in the dungeon? Like, I'm just wondering how many
it's all the way
flights
down
of
in the-
stairs. So you were running down from the upstairs to the main floor to down. Most people aren't going to know this. So you're going 3 floors to get to your tape.
No, only 2.
Well, no, because they were upstairs. You were upstairs, and the stage was on the main floor, right? Like,
yeah.
So I'm just picturing you
No,
going
there's
up
only
3
one flight
flights of
there.
stairs.
No, there's only one flight. I would run down. Sometimes I take the elevator.
See, Royce was a page at the Tonight Show. That's where they first met. So Royce knows where everything was. John seems to have forgotten where everything was. So I'm assuming John is lying.
We go down.
This fucking elevator's too slow.
But I was one of the only guys who wrote, who wrote cold
must have
opens.
been great
Because
watching that.
Debbie Vickers, executive producer, wanted cold opens. The camera guy, Kevin Frazier, he would hate it because Charlie Sheen once loved the cold open, but Charlie Sheen always showed up late, so we didn't have time. So sometimes we do it in post, and then we would shoot it after the show, and they'd insert it. And Kevin Frazier and it pissed him and the producer, the location producer, because they had to stay late a little later. And Kevin said, he once looked at me and goes, "John, do you realize this means nothing to the ratings?" And I said, "You know what, Kevin? How do you know that? The only way you know that is by going back and seeing when Charlie Sheen was last on, if we did a cold open or we didn't. If we didn't, and then you see that number, and then see if we did a cold open, and then you can compare. You don't know if it doesn't mean anything. And by the way, this is my job."
That's not how ratings work. You get a ratings book by the quarter, I think, or by the week or quarter or something like that tells you your ratings against other shows in the same time period. It doesn't go day to day. Well, at least it didn't at the time. These days, I think they do have that ability to go, minute by minute. But back then, it was by a period of time that is not. It wasn't broken down by even day to day or minute to minute.
Debbie Vickers has asked me and asked the writers,
and it's his job too.
You're a cameraman / segment director, and I love Kevin, but I mean, I was really taking. I was after the show, after we were all gone. I said I told him that it pissed me off, and he apologized. But anyway, because Charlie loved doing the cold opens,
you should have just been like, "Dick, ratings are bullshit anyway."
But it does help the ratings because the people see who's on.
Of course, they're coming out of the news,
and if they see Charlie Sheen being funny in the beginning, they might be like, "You know what? I want to see what Charlie Sheen has to say."
That's how TV works, or did?
What?
That's how TV works.
No, of course. But anyway, so it's so funny because,
misdemeanor. As I said at the beginning, this one's a little dull. This one's kind of boring. There isn't much going on. And so I'm just going to kind of step in with maybe little tidbits here and there. But the only thing keeping me awake is stopping it and bringing up little tidbits.
Yeah, and Royce, this is a good Hollywood story. I wrote a cold open for Quentin Tarantino. I think it was me and Kennedy on this one. So now, Quentin had 30 seconds of dialogue. That was the bit. So I do the first take with Quentin. He rambles for a minute and a half. So I got to go into his restroom where we're shooting because we had the monitor outside. What?
Was he drunk?
No. So I go, "Quentin, listen, you got to stick to script. To keep it down to 30, 45 seconds. And he goes, okay, John. And then as I'm walking out, I go, "I can't believe Stuttering John is directing Quentin fucking Tarantino." Yeah. I mean, this is a surreal moment. Ooh.
That was a surreal moment.
Yeah,
what the fuck was that?
We had like a semi-power.
He's more powerful than you recognize.
Yeah. But that was like
Sorry,
a great
Mr.
moment.
Tarantino.
And it's funny because
it's a brownout.
Because I had my kids over this weekend. It's happening.
You want to just cut for a second?
Are we gonna all get electrocuted?
No, I just don't want to fucking blow anything out.
Well, let's see if it happens
I
again.
don't know.
So I had my kid over this weekend, and we watched Pulp Fiction, and and she loved it. And after I told her that story, which is great. But anyway, so that's what we did on the Tonight Show. It was stressful. But
it sounds like fun.
It was fun. We always had that chance to maybe be nominated, for an Emmy, which would have been nice. But of course, Hollywood hated Jay. He was the conformist. He was.
Evans Gate asks, count the number of times he says I, me, my. I just looked at the transcript, and it's a lot. It's a real lot, like quite a bit, like almost like over once a minute, more than once a minute.
He wasn't cutting edge and he was a sellout. So they never gave, even though our drop-ins were the same, if not better, than David Letterman's, and it was really unfair to us writers at Tonight Show. We had a great staff. A few of them now, two of them have gone on to win Emmys after that. Three of them have gone on to win Emmys. Beth Sherman, John Kennedy, and Troy Thomas, and no, four of them, and Anthony Koleka. We had a lot of great ones. I unfortunately have not gotten. I'm too old. That's the problem.
To win?
No. To be a late night television show, if you look at Cordon's, all those writers are under 40.
Mm-hmm.
Fallon, under 40. It's hard to be 52, which I am, and get a late night.
52. He's 52, and grabbing his pensions.
Writing gig. I stutter on R's. I know it's a W, but the sound is an R, and I've been stuttering a lot.
Fucking retard.
52, which I am, and get a late night writing gig. I stutter on R's. I know it's a W.
Or when I'm lying.
But the sound is an R, and I've been stuttering a lot on R's. It's really been bad.
Ever since.
I don't know what happened, but I've been stuttering on R's. This is why I have 3 or 27 beers before I go on stage. But anyway, so that's that. That's what but the only thing the Stern Show was more stressful, which was Gary and I used to say is, I wonder who, we would always say that the wheel is spinning. Who is it going to land on today? Because Howard was always mad at one of us, and if it was on you, that was the most stressful, because then it's Howard and Robin and Fred and and Baba Booey and everyone beating up on you. I wasn't as good as I was pretty good at pivoting. Like I had learned that when Howard would get on me, I would always somehow incriminate Gary. Gary was too dumb to realize what I was doing. But
everybody knew what you were doing, John. Everybody knew. Howard even pointed it out many times.
But
keep in mind, this is 2018, and John left the Stern Show in 2004.
But
some things never change.
So that was more stressful. Howard was more of an abusive boss. He would say horrible things to us. Jay would never do that.
But it sounds like you didn't do full days at Howard. Like, it sounds like by the time the show was over, you were out.
Like 5 or 6 hours a day. Jay was 12 hours a day.
But
when I was the announcer, it was literally 4 hours a day.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
But I would write, so it maybe be 5.
Yeah, but the announcing thing sounds like it ultimately was just a springboard to you writing, especially with the way the show went.
And Debbie Vickers, I'd always CC her, the exec producer, and she would always say, John, you're so funny, and at one point she even wrote me an email, John, I wish you were the host.
Never happened. And once again, you can tell that he moved up to writing by the pay decrease.
Because her and Jay would bicker all the time. I know she loves Jay, but her and Jay would bicker all the time. It's all in my book, but they would fight, and it was like a husband and wife, but they would fight all the time, and she would just give Jay shit for everything. His weight. She actually made she made Jay hire a trainer, and Jay would be like, if you ever went down to his workout session, it would be him walking on a treadmill for 10 minutes at 3.0, and then do one set of 10 curls with 20 pounds. The guy, it was barely a workout.
No,
but it was funny.
So, but to anybody that says you left Howard, it's listen to what you traded.
No, I know. I
think you got a great deal.
No, of course, and then you get the Writers Guild pension, and then you get the Writers Guild health plan, and then you get the Screen Actors Guild pension and their health plan, and you get all these benefits. And, so ultimately, for my future, I have to work 7 more years, and then I'm done. I don't do fucking anything. And that's great. So that's a great feeling,
That statement aged poorly. Because we're 8 years out now.
And I didn't even know that I had pensions. Just so you know, when I left Stern, I had no idea that I would get pensions. I didn't even know about them. I didn't know about them until 2 years after the Tonight Show.
Really?
Someone told me, well, you get a pension. I go, what? And so then,
of course you do.
So I looked into, so the Writers Guild, they get a pretty nice pension. I'm like, So, well, let me check SAG after. 'cause I
Yeah,
was
check
an
all
actor.
your unions.
And then I got a pretty good pension from them too.
Are you an IOT? Do you like hang lights ever?
No, I mean, it's decent. It's not like gonna make me a millionaire.
How does he not know that he got a pension? Is he not sitting there thinking, "Hey, what's my 401k looking like? I don't got a 401k. What's going on?" He never thought about retirement until his 50s or until his late 40s, early. What the fuck? This guy.
But it's certainly enough to fucking keep me, have a roof over my head and food and shit. And then you get the stand up gigs and the books, and you get the occasional gigs that I get. Like I don't know if you.
Misdemeanor. Are those benefits forever? Because when he broke his arm, he had. No, the healthcare and stuff like that is as long as you're paying dues and as long as you're working. Like you have to work a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of time. I think within a year, a month, or whatever, something like that, and you have to pay the dues. Now the pensions, yes, they are lifetime, but the earlier you take them, the more of a penalty you get. And I think we calculated it's like with the time he put in and the money he put in between Jay and Howard and stuff with what he got for his pension, he's probably making maybe I think around 1,000, maybe 1,500 a month off his pensions.
I was the host, and I was hired as a writer for the Pro Football Arm Wrestling Championship. I get that. That was a fucking nice, hefty paycheck. So I'm still working along. So no, I'm not driving for Uber. So let's get
that was a really long answer to that tweet.
Thank you.
No, Mr. It's actually not a stupid question because there are places where you do end up with like lifetime benefits and stuff like that. But no, once you're out of the union, yeah, you don't get the benefits anymore. You still can collect your pension, obviously, because that's your money you put into it. But yeah, the benefits kind of go away.
But now we'll get into.
Well, we're out of time.
I know. I'm sorry, but you know what? This is the Stuttering John podcast, and shit. That was a lot of cool inside stuff, though.
No, I could listen to that stuff all day long. I'm sure we lose people with the technical stuff, but I'm still fascinated because I know that with Letterman, his writers would literally have to go home to see what made it on air. Like they were not involved in the workflow, and it sounds like you guys were like in the shit every day.
Yeah, we knew, and then the cuts came through, and then we would get an email around after the show tape from 4 to 5, around 5:30. The lovely Elisa Nelson, the monologue coordinator, she would send us what stayed in and what got cut, so we would know what jokes got cut. So you could leave, upset or happy.
You know what? I just had a thought, and I think this actually might be the truth. I think John was the errand boy. I think he was the errand boy for the writers. They'd give him the stuff, and he would run it to all the places where it needs to get checked out, like the G and stuff. I think he was actually just an errand boy. Like he was like credited with the writer, but they used him to just run all the scripts and everything around, and run things down to editing, and run things here and run things there for him.
Look, there are times.
I think that's the truth. That John's like making it like he was actually involved in it.
I got 3 drop-ins in one day.
Now, did you go home
and a monologue joke?
And would you go home and like wait to watch it or what?
No, because I saw it live.
So you didn't care.
I was busy fucking doing all the research. Rob Young said the best thing is like because when I got divorced, I stayed at the Oakwoods, which is like a spousal drop-off point where you just like. So I'd be on the balcony, I would have a 12-pack of Coors Light, and I would be smoking my fucking Camel Ultralights or Platinums, and I'd be watching like Jersey Shore and all these bad shows like fucking The View on my balcony. People would walk by, and then Rob Young said, "Man, people must think you have the worst taste in TV shows that you not only watch these bad shows, but you tape them and watch them at night." And
I know the feeling.
I got to catch up with my programs.
No, it was the Jersey Shore was the worst. I don't think I might have had one Jersey Shore drop, but I hated that show. Anyway, so let's get back into Stuttering John's health. As you know, I had 2 strokes, and I came in to do Royce. I mean, look.
Yeah, he actually had the 2 strokes. If you go back to in the Looking Back playlist, he had the 2 strokes I think about a month or two before the very first episode, before his very first podcast episode in 2018 here. I think it was just now, actually, it was just like a few months before that was the Artie and Anthony blow up. Oh, no, wait. He had the strokes and then the Artie Anthony blow up. Then he started his podcast. And then there's one there you'll see where there's a long time. There's like several weeks in between two of the podcasts. That's the one where he got dehydrated off a beer for the week and ended up in the hospital. If you remember that story where he couldn't pick up his kid because he's in the hospital because he didn't eat or drink anything for like a week except beer. Then that happened earlier too. So yeah, he just had basically just a few months before this, he had his 2 strokes.
Royce is one of my best friends. Even though Royce and I fight like 2 New Yorkers, but we almost come to blows sometimes.
It's so much fun though.
It was like, it's even like where we're fighting, and we're fighting, and then Royce and I will just start smiling, and like Royce goes, "Do you want me to get Baba Booey on you?"
No, it was like, no, one day we were yelling at each other, and you were like, bright red in the face, and you were like, heated, and you're like, fucking punch me in the face. And I was like, I would never punch you in the face. I would hire AJ Benson to do it.
And then we start laughing. I mean, we've gotten to 2 fights so far, but we've known each other for a long time. It's not bad.
No,
but I can never, I mean, I don't ever take them too seriously, you know.
How can you?
I mean, like, you get all pissed because you got the Italian temper. I got the Puerto Rican, Hispanic temper. So we just going to yell at each other for like 2 minutes, and then it just calms down, and we go, all right, fuck it.
Let's eat.
But anyway, so I came in here because Royce says, I don't want to interview that about that other show I'm talking about, but
yeah.
Royce has a successful arcade. I mean, it's really amazing. It's at Royce's Arcade Warehouse in Chatsworth, and you know, and he's got all these great vintage games, Ms. Pac-Man, and you know, Asteroids and Missile Command, and he used to have Scramble, my favorite, but you know, anyway, you know, so very successful, but 2 of your employees have DUIs and they can't drive your truck. Sometimes Royce goes, John, can you drive my truck? And I'll do it. I came in here that day and I'm like, and I had to sit down. I'm like, Royce, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I went to my doctor. They said I might have a blood clot because they checked my blood pressure.
Yeah.
One of them was like 176. And then
So yeah, this is where he admits, who said it earlier? Yeah, this is the one where, yeah, he admits that, everybody's got DUI, so he has to, but he says, sometimes drives the truck. No, not sometimes. He loads and drives the truck.
the other arm was you know 108 in my left arm, and I'm like, they think you probably have a blood clot. That's why your stroke symptoms haven't healed. Like I still can't feel anything on my left side. So, which is just a pain in the ball. But
it's all right. I thought it was going to be a Bobby Brown joke.
No, but people don't understand that joke. But see, if I could only feel,
we understand.
I only feel one ball. But anyway,
for those of you keeping score at home,
so I went to the emergency room because my doctor said I might have a blood clot, but they said they're going to get me a cardiologist, and they never did. I called them twice; they still didn't have one. So I said, "Fuck it," because I had to get one that's covered under my insurance. I went to the emergency room. And Royce,
wait, you just steamrolled right over the worst part.
What?
Hey, sorry, you might have a blood clot. We'll check in with you in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, no. They said, you'll get a cardiologist in the mail in a week. And then it's 2 weeks go by, and I have no cardiologist, and I'm fucking passing out when I'm fucking doing laundry.
I know, but I just pictured a cardiologist in the mail.
I know.
Just dead water.
I know. And
I'm here to look at your heart.
I made my bed that day. I came here, and I was literally passing out, and you saw me, and you're like, John, you know what? Just get the fuck out of here and go to. And I went to the emergency room. It took all the tests, the fucking CAT scans. Like they pump me with that fluid that makes you feel warm, and you feel like you got to pee, and you have a metallic taste in your mouth. Did all that. There's no blood clot.
But there is a midget cardiologist, right? Don't ruin this for me.
Yes, he comes FedEx.
I would have gone with DHL, but okay, fine.
Okay, so now we're also going to talk about the reunion show that we have, which was with me, Jackie, and Billy. Now, Royce, this was your idea. You're funding this, and you. This is my favorite line. Royce had to book the date, and he called Jackie and asked if Jackie was busy, on the weekend of August 30th. And what did Jackie say to you?
I'm embarrassingly wide open.
I love Jackie. First, Jackie, I mean, it was like, I knew that, like, I'm glad that Royce was taking this on. And then I love Jackie. But Jackie is, Jackie is Jackie's worst, is his own worst enemy. And I talked to Tim about it, and he agreed. It's like Jackie, like Royce is going to fly. And Jackie goes, you have to fly me out. Put me up at the Standard, which is a $200 a night room. And then you got to give me a per diem for food.
But Jackie didn't say the word per diem.
No, he just said, give me an open credit card for food.
I need a line of credit. I'm hungry.
So, and it's like, poor Royce. He's trying to do this to make us money. But Jackie will, he'll just get in his own way. But
have you ever seen The Simpsons where they're like, oh, Mo opened up another tavern downtown, and then they take him through the doors, and it's like a long corridor all the way back up to the same old Mo's tavern. That's what I'm going to do with Jackie when he gets to the Standard. He's basically going to just keep going until he realizes he's at the same Holiday Inn in
Victorville.
Yes.
And once again, yes, once they make this happen, it does happen. And once they make this happen, I have it, and we'll be listening to it.
He's going to walk off. This is the longest Standard hallway ever.
So that's that, but we are taping the reunion show with me and Billy and Jackie August 30th. We were going to have Artie on Skype. I DM'd Bob Levy and asked for Artie's contact number. Then he hadn't gotten back to me, so then I wrote hello, and then he said he will send it back. He's just been sore because he got into a car accident. Someone fucking hit him, unfortunately, and so he apparently will get me, or Artie could say he doesn't want me to contact him, but I wouldn't even be me. I'd have you contact him and see if he wanted to Skype in. I know Sabian said he would love to do it, but Royce and I talked last night. We just think it should be intimate, just me, Jackie, and Billy.
Yeah, I'm even concerned technically having Artie on the screen because I think we won't be able to support the aspect ratio of his nose.
Oh, Jesus, you're really working here. But do you want to?
I just want to see if he's listening.
Do you want to go to the carving station?
I'll be right back. Would you like any filet mignon?
But anyway, so we're going to tape that August 3rd. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be in like a cafe kind of setting, and you are going to be serving us appetizers and stuff. And
it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Well, Misdemeanor, as I said, Royce is still online. He does Disney adult stuff. So he does have a channel. So you can go check him out. I actually don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, no.
It's really happening. People think it's bullshit.
No, it's happening. People think you should bring KC and,
He's busy.
He's too busy. What did you say? No,
I'm embarrassing wide open.
No, you said you only wanted funny people.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. But I
did say that.
I know you did. But I love KC, but I don't really dislike anybody. I have a problem with Grillo because
top shelf ligger.
Because he made a joke about my kid, but he's just too stupid to know what's wrong or right.
He's a douche.
I know.
He didn't make a joke about John's kid. What he said was, I guess Artie brought up John's kid, and Grillo said, wasn't he like a airplane or something, or airline? Isn't that what John said? And that's what John's upset about. And then they didn't bring it up anymore. And that's what John's mad about at Grillo at this point.
So let's get into the just what's going on today. So Omarosa Magnagalt, how do you say her last name?
I don't know.
Magnagalt. I'm not a big fan of Omarosa. I despised her on The Apprentice. It's very hard to root for Omarosa. She is a bitch. I didn't mean cunt. She's a bitch.
I understand that.
She's a bitch. Apparently,
you're a Democrat. You wouldn't ever say anything misogynistic.
No. But she's not a nice person. And it's hard to root for Omarosa, but I guess you have to. Because she was taping Trump and Kelly and all these idiots even before I did the fucking phone call.
She was holding the tapes. She was waiting for you to clear the road.
Yeah, and that's what I think. And, and Royce pointed this out. This is not my ego. But, it's almost like after my call, people are okay with releasing illegal recordings.
Yeah.
Because you really can't record people without their knowledge.
No, you can't. And I think there's a couple things at play here. I think you paved the way in the sense that, well, you did that, and she's sitting there holding the tapes. Now the media is like, well, screw it. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and now they're all doing it. You remember how apprehensive they were with my Trump, which obviously is Trump. With my Trump call, it's obviously Trump.
Yeah,
but
nobody's. They didn't question this.
Yeah,
she's there.
So now now she's put them all out. And apparently, when she got fired by Kelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump didn't even know it. And then because then she tapes Trump, and how does that call end? Like he's like, damn it.
Do you have that?
I'm going to try to find it.
Okay,
Right.
so, but real quick, if I may.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about this morning, and you're knocking Omarosa, and I'm like, does Omarosa have any goodwill? Like, is there any goodwill here? She's coming to the table with these tapes. Like, how bad is Omarosa? Like, can this produce any goodwill? And the only thing I could think of in respect to goodwill for Omarosa was she was married to Michael Clark Duncan briefly.
Yeah.
And he was in the Green Mile.
But I'm just going to let this go. I don't remember this at all. I did not look it up because I don't care. So I'm just going to let them talk about Omarosa.
Yeah.
And that's the only positive thing I can think of about Omarosa.
That's the only thing I could.
And it's like, you have to go like, if this guy didn't make the Green Mile and he just had an average film career, there'd literally be nothing. There's nothing about Omarosa that is redeeming.
No.
And even this call doesn't feel redeeming. Like, it does. Like, I don't want to elevate her.
No, but
does that make sense?
But it is funny that Trump didn't know that Kelly had fired her, and just so you know,
and I didn't believe that.
No, just so you know, and I think I have to put this in the book. This probably
stop hitting
time.
the table.
Sorry, there's probably still time. Jay once, a guy got fired. One of our writers.
Yeah.
Like
again, Royce has to tell him to stop hitting the damn table.
I think his name was Brad
Pitt.
No, but he got fired, and. No, he hadn't got fired yet. He hadn't gotten fired. And Jay came by and said, hey, I hope you're not mad at us. I hope you're not mad. And the guy's like, mad at what?
Well, we took our current event break, and now back to me.
And Jay was like, nothing. And then walked away.
We're out of coffee.
Because they hadn't fired him yet.
Holy shit.
I know. I got to put that in the book. All right.
Well, to vamp for a second, because he's looking for that, totally off the rails, but
he keeps saying, I got to put that in the book. I got to put that in the book. His book is coming out in 2 months. It's already at the printers. It's already ready to go. Like, there's no putting it in the book.
Customer or an old friend, neighbor came in the other day to the business. My daughter was down there, and he brought all his kids, and he's like, oh, look how my kids are getting all grown. We haven't seen you in so long. And the last time we saw them, his wife was pregnant. So my daughter looks at him and goes, well, yeah, and how's the newborn? And he goes, didn't make it.
Oh. Yeah.
And she was like, this is why I don't do pleasantries. Because you just never know what's going to...
No, I made the dumb mistake, and I'm sure I'll make it again. I'll be on stage, and I thought a woman was pregnant. I said, how many months? And she said, I'm not pregnant. Oh. And she was just heavy, and there's no coming back from it.
Oh, no, that's when you go, no, I meant how many months has the beer been brewing?
I don't know. But,
yeah, that's a tough one, man. You can't really ask that question anymore.
No. But now, let me just read what the tweets are.
Whoa, wait, hold on. You got to hear this Omarosa thing really quick.
I've got, these are the seconds we were talking about.
All right, go ahead.
Seconds.
So what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
General Kelly came to me and said that you guys wanted me to leave.
Well, that's all I got. The rest is just text from the...
That music's terrible.
Yeah, it's coming from the Washington Post.
Oh, it sounds like a bot-generated video. No, because he says...
Speaking of bots, I just went on my Twitter files, and I don't have to do anything, and they go down like 2 or 5.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're all Russian bots.
You're shedding Russians faster than this administration.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Here we go.
But you didn't hear the point. Was that, and we were telling everyone out there that on that call, Trump goes like, he's like, oh, I didn't know they run a big operation.
I saw it on the news.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I saw it on the news. They fired you. He's like, they run a big operation. She's like, yeah, you didn't know, and he's like, damn it.
Yeah, but it didn't say that on.
No, you didn't hear it.
That cut off. I didn't know.
But that damn it was so revealing of a man that I picture sitting dark alone in a room, like just waiting for human interaction, which is why he took that call of yours, because he's so lonely up. He's got to be so insulated.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Trump just sits alone in a room. Yeah. One of the hardest working presidents, both last term and this term, or president at all. Like literally, this is fucking. Yeah, they're all Russian bots. Yeah, Max Powers. Remember, this is the time, 2018. This is the time where everybody on the left was accusing anybody who likes Trump or thinks differently than them as being Russian bots.
By like the John Kellys and everybody else, that this guy's got to be just lonely.
When the reality is remember, WATP had already covered them, so it's probably a lot of WATP fans that are listening in and fucking with John.
And I'm telling you, mentally, he's just must be losing his mind.
I don't think he's lonely because he has his favorite person as company, and that's Trump.
His daughter.
No, that's Donald Trump. All right, let me get to the tweets because we got a lot, Royce, and I don't want to go too long here. We're already up about an hour, right? Graham at Boloxed. How often do you beat off thinking about Gary in his Y fronts?
I can answer that. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't even get that. What the fuck is Y fronts?
There's tidy whities.
Oh, no, I don't beat off to Gary. I'm not into you know what is animal sex called?
Bestiality.
Interspecies erotica.
I'm not like when Gary threw out the first pitch. I texted to Artie. I didn't know they could put a gorilla in a Mets outfit.
Not your idea of a beaver.
And Graham also, as your drink a lot. This is my audience. They can't fucking spell. I think he means as you drink a lot. Does your arse leak like ass napkin Ed? No. Although I do have the hemorrhoids and I do have to wipe my ass a bunch of times and get the blood all out. And then I put my toilet paper in my ass and squeeze like I'm freaking juicing an orange to get all the remaining blood out, so I can put my underwear on. Because sometimes the blood will leak right through my underwear into my shorts. I mean, look, there are times that my girlfriend wants to have.
For fuck's sake, John. For fuck's sake, get over the roids.
Have sex with me, and I'm like, no, it's my time in a month. All right.
Hey, I'm going to go to the carving station and get a bite to eat.
Graham also asks, are your monthly earnings enough to keep you in the black, or are you getting into debt now that you don't get Leno money anymore?
See previous segment.
Yes. And, this is a good question. No, how do I get your podcast and does it cost money? Are you struggling for money? How much do you earn per month? It does not cost a dime, Graham. And you can get it for free. I don't charge like certain people. And it's free and it's entertaining. And I appreciate all the people that do listen. We get thousands each week.
Free Doritos.
I mean, shit. We were over 400,000 for the month of June and July. So we appreciate.
Yeah, there were over 400,000 for the Trump call. Since then, not so much.
Appreciate all you guys who listen. Philly Special at Tiki Taman. Did Van Gogh ever dress up like Frankenstein? That was my great question to the late great Fred Gwynn. When he had his own art exhibit. Walter Yerke, he has a very important question. Why do you have a podcast? Walter, I wish I knew that answer. Chris,
let us know.
Chris, if you can figure it out, please let us know. Chris, replied to Slater and John, do you regret leaving the Stern Show? Here we go again.
See previous segment.
No! I would regret if I didn't leave.
Can I suggest a strategy as your manager?
What?
Start regretting it and seeing how it goes. Just tell everybody, yes I totally
regret
regret it.
Yes.
Not
Yes,
until you asked. But in retrospect.
Yeah. No, I don't regret it though. I don't
Please start answering everybody that way.
I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
No, it'll turn into the Uber thing.
Yeah, that other guy boxers or briefs, whichever is cleaner. John M. That was from.
What a stupid question.
I know. It's from in through the out.
I love Royce. What a stupid question. You're fucking reading them. John's the one that's reading them. Don't fucking read them. He's like, oh, this is a stupid question. Don't fucking read it.
Dorsch at Matt Dorsch. John Amons.
I think the reason why he reads all these stupid Twitter questions is because he gets so few of them. Like, these are just the ones he gets.
At Amundsen, John, how badly did the staff goof on Howard when he got engaged to Beth behind his back, of course? There was some goofing. I mean, look, it was just envy. Because Beth, when I first was introduced to Beth, she came out in this like rusty brown kind of a bikini, and my jaw dropped. Oh, she was so hot, so gorgeous.
What was the forum that you were introduced to a woman in a bikini?
We were at Howard's Hampton Pool.
Oh, okay.
And
she jumped out of a
came
cake.
out and sat by the pool. And I remember it was, and I'll never forget it because I was in the pool and I made a joke to Howard because my wife was, I think, pregnant. And I said, "Look, Howard, she's 8 months pregnant. She sits upon wearing a belly button ring. She started looking like a fucking hand grenade." And Howard laughed his ass off. and
I think that's the third time he's told this joke on the Stuttering John podcast, and I believe that's also in his act as well.
I just did an improv, and I still use that in my act.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's in his act.
But Howard loved. That's one thing people don't get. Like I made Howard laugh a lot, and I made Howard laugh a lot on the air, especially when I goofed on Gary. And we do. That's why I'll always have a love for Howard. We do have a love for each other. He makes me laugh all the time. He made me laugh all the time. We had like a mutual thing where we would, like we always would laugh, and I would go jogging with Howard and Beth. I mean, I'd work out with him in his workout room. I mean, we had a lot of good times. Here's another one. T-Civil at Mohonk 27. Do you regret leaving the Stern Show? Again.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Only now that you brought it up.
Frank Delphin Poo-Poo. I mean, Poopo.
Why are you trying to read this shit?
Because I like to give a plug here.
Yes, exactly. That's the question everybody's asking. Why are you reading this shit?
At
Is that what that is?
Delphin Poopo, are you going to grow your hair back? Chicks dig hair. Interesting. I was thinking about growing my hair long again, but then I started looking like an older man and a bum. Like, I look like the old guy from Independence Day, the lab guy. Who was the lab guy? I guess he was on
Brent
Star Trek.
Spiner.
Yeah, he was on Star Trek.
Yeah, he was Data.
Yeah, he was
Data.
Yeah. But
Is it Data or Data?
I think it's Data, right?
It's Data. He
Data.
corrected this Dr. Pulaski who insisted on
Was
saying
he a-
Data.
Was he a popular character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hugely popular.
Yeah, I know. Don would know that. He's a Star Trek geek, right?
I'm a huge nerd.
Yeah.
I think he played Dr. Oaken in
Don's car on the back, he's got like the fucking like an X-wing and a TIE fighter.
A TIE fighter blowing up a family.
Yeah.
Blowing up a little family. It's awesome.
That's fun. I didn't know it was blowing up.
You can actually buy your own here at the arcade.
That's funny. Shaggy and Conan at Shaggy Hillbilly always. Always is he's a loyal Twitter follower. He's not a bot. Can us Americans ever find a person to elect president who is not naive?
No.
Yes,
No,
we did.
Not with this system.
Well, we did with Barack Obama. He was a genius.
He was not. But yeah. Once again, like everybody's sort of like a couple of people just came in, and everybody has the same reaction when they hear these old podcasts. They go, "Wait, is this actually John? He sounds so coherent, and he can speak in full sentences. He doesn't, have several seconds of pauses in between words. It's amazing."
But he was brilliant, and Clinton was brilliant.
You are a genius.
Let's see. I guess this guy's answering for me.
That's nice.
Andrew Luter said, at A. Luter, would you return to the Stern Show to discuss your call with Trump? And then Blue X at Mikey Bong 1 says, I can't answer that one. Of course he would, which I would.
Yes, I'm commentating. We've been at this for an hour and a half, so, and this one is actually kind of a slower episode. Like not much is happening. It's just basically John. This whole episode has just mostly been John talking about his credentials, his resume, and not much is going on. Here in a few minutes, they're going to try to call the White House again, and then they'll end it. So I'm just sort of actually trying to get through it because it is kind of boring. Mostly like this one, I was just hoping to find any tidbits of different information about what's going on. But if you want to listen to the rest of the Looking Back series, you can go down in the description. There is a playlist there where all these end up in, and you can listen to all of them where we are going through every single episode of the Stuttering John podcast from 2018 to 2023. And on your way down there, go ahead and like and subscribe if you don't mind. Thank you very much.
I would look, Royce, you got to call Baba Booey at the office and see if they want to have me on to plug my book.
Well, yeah, or if they want to just pick up this special.
Don't call him on the cell phone.
Because he won't answer his cell phone?
No, because he's not going to answer us from the cell phone. He'll be too afraid that we're taping. But if you call him from the office, hey, this is Royce D'Orazio, I manage Stuttering John. He would love to come on the show to promote his book. Let's see what Baba Booey says.
Okay. Well, I'll do that as soon as we're done here.
And record it.
Well, then I'll just do it right here. Yeah, we'll do it right after this.
Okay. Has the Stern book been confirmed yet?
I mean,
it hasn't been. That's from Rod Steffington, who I love at Bob Stern 702. I love him. You know why? Because his avatar is Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf, who is my favorite whackpacker. Well, was my favorite whackpacker. Funny guy and really smart. People wouldn't realize that. Steve Philbin at SMGP 71 writes, "What exactly will you be listening to on your drive to Reno? You know, I'll listen to George Ezra. I'll listen to Greta Van Fleet. I'll listen to the Beatles. I'll listen to the Killers. I'll listen to
this podcast,
Jimmy Eat World. I'll listen to this podcast. I don't know. You know,
he will not be listening to this podcast. I guarantee nobody ever listens to this podcast once it goes out. And I would like to point out that as you're listening to this wasn't recorded live. This isn't a live stream that they put up as a podcast. They are recording it in a studio. It is edited and put out on purpose in the fashion that you hear it.
And I listened to this.
Yes, if you listen back, if you go back and listen, they have some equipment malfunctions, and yes, they left it in.
I got some of the other songs. I got who's the girl with the album Queen? Nicki Minaj. I got a song of hers. I got a couple of.
I thought you didn't like hip hop. Whenever I have hip hop on, you tell me to turn it off.
I don't, but I don't know. She looks hot in that outfit.
But she's not. You can't see that when you're listening to her.
No, I know. I could certainly. How do you
think
I keep awake?
It sets the mood,
dude. If you're driving, and you start falling asleep, you know what I do? I jerk off. It's the best remedy. You wake up immediately.
Yeah, but then your foot gets stuck on the brake.
I do the squeegee, but
that's right. Which you can hear all about that.
You can hear all about that in my act in Reno at the Laugh Factory, at the Silver Lake Casino.
I pretty much know where all your plugs fit into your act.
I think it's, is it poetic justice that I'm at the #1 comedy club in the United States at the Laugh Factory Reno, and Artie's working a Holiday Inn?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Evan Gates says that's actually a crime. It is. That is illegal, public or indecent exposure. Yeah, don't do that. The way I, on long drives, stay awake is I stop at a hotel and go to bed and get enough sleep for the long drive ahead. I find that's the most effective way. Or a monster.
But he's not doing comedy. He's serving.
No, but I think it's poetic justice now. And I know I've been sworn to secrecy. But let's
tell me, I'll say it.
Let's just say I know Artie's having some financial problems.
Mustard. I do some coke. You know what? That's illegal too, but it's not like they can just look in and see it if you're doing it right.
And I will openly say that, and I know it for a reason. Because he borrowed.
Can I tell a story that you can say that it's not true?
A heroin addict struggling with cash?
Yes, he is having problems financially, which is why he's working the Holiday Inn. Look, I'm not saying I'm rich, but I'm getting by, and I'm paying my mortgage, which I own, which has gone up $200,000 in value. Okay.
Well, you're not going to tell the story now?
No, because I promised the person who told me to not say it, and I'm a man of my word. Although, give me a few beers, and that might change.
I was going to say, I'm not a man of your word.
You're the guys who told me to stop drinking on this podcast. If I was drunk right now, I'd be fucking saying it.
Yep. He used to crack beers up till a few episodes ago, and I've been waiting for when they say that John isn't allowed to drink before or during the podcast, and he's already, I guess Royce had already put the kibosh on that a while ago.
Dan Hoskins at D-Man 5981 says, "Hello, John. This is Dan from Laguna Niguel. I have a sneaky
Laguna Niguel.
That's where Chernovich lives.
I know. Fucking saying it. Dan Hoskins at D-Man 5981 says, "Hello, John. This is Dan from Laguna Niguel. I have."
The thing is John literally lives down the street from Laguna Niguel at this time.
Sneaky.
That's where Chernovich lives.
I know.
Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, I knew that's what it is. I knew it sounded familiar. I have a sneaky suspicion that Howard Stern is a big time closet pothead. I think he is a full-blown stoner, but he just doesn't want anyone to know. Just doesn't want anybody to know. Can you confirm or deny this? I wouldn't call him a full-blown pothead. I would say that he smokes like I do. I have gotten stoned with Howard Stern. We've gotten stoned at scores, so I know that is a fact. I passed the doob to him. You know what's so funny? Here's an interesting story about Dave Chappelle. I was at a Howard Stern, like maybe his 50th birthday party or his 45th or whatever, and Royce, and I'm there, and we're getting stoned at this bar. I forget what, like whiskey bar, or whatever. And me and two of of the white E guys were getting stoned, and Dave Chappelle comes over, and no one's bothering us. And Dave Chappelle takes 2 hits out of the doobie, and immediately security comes over and goes, "I'm sorry to put that out." And Dave's like, "Oh sure, the white guys, you have no problem with the black guys smoking, and now you fucking give me shit." It was funny. It's taking the world. I love.
And it's Dave Chappelle. How do you not recognize him?
I love Dave. Stable Genius Ranzabar at Ranzabar 4000. Uber or Lyft, or just get a Cohen cab. I'm not driving for Uber or Lyft. The fuck is wrong with you guys? Alf, why does Stern dislike his ex-employees such as you and Artie? Well, Artie, I could see, Artie lost it. I mean, started throwing shit at his manager and offering to fight him. And, Howard was essentially enabling him, and I think Howard feels guilty about that. So I know he has a problem with Artie. He has a problem with me because I've been very candid about him and saying that I don't like what he has become. But I just, not helping Scott when Scott's wife was dying and like stuff like that. It just, how much money does Howard need?
He doesn't like John because when John quit, John blindsided him when he quit. He just came in and quit and said, "Oh, I already got a job at the Tonight Show." And he didn't tell Howard about it at all. That's why Howard doesn't like John. Also, John's a piece of shit.
He's worth $1 billion. I mean, where are you going to put it? You can't take it with you when you die. I mean, help people out, Howard. I'm sure you give money to the animal charities. I'm sure you give money to cancer and all this. But you know what? When a guy that's been with you for 30 years, you fucking, you pay him. I mean,
maybe he did. Maybe everybody just
no, he hasn't.
I was just trying to.
No, I know as a fact he didn't give a dime, and I know that as a fact. So that's why I have no.
Once again, I'm pretty sure that the Scott Salem's wife cancer GoFundMe thing or fund, wasn't that a scam of sorts? Like she was covered completely by insurance from what I remember.
Fear of saying it because I heard it from a very good source, a source that could undeniably only be correct. So
yeah, my source is I made it the fuck up.
Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Russian Bot says, see, I told you we had Russian bots. JT Robbins for the 8. When did you go soft? Have I been soft? Well, you know what? Age does kick in. I'm on OCD medication, so yes, I have temporary performance anxiety, but that's nothing the blue pill doesn't fucking help out with. I don't always.
I don't think that's what they meant, but go ahead.
I know that's not what they meant. I don't think I'm soft at all. I'd fucking say it like it is.
John went soft right around the time someone told him he shouldn't leave Stern.
Yeah, is the Stern book confirmed or just a rumor? Also, how did Bobby Brown look?
Yeah, we got 15 minutes left of this. 15 minutes left on John's show. So maybe about 20 minutes left for me, maybe 30 or whatever, depending on how long I spend at the end. But yeah, there's 15 minutes left in the show, so we're going to run through it. Hopefully they need to get to this White House call quick because these fucking questions are dumb.
First of all, I don't know if the book is real. How did Bobby Brown look? Well, you would have bagged her, right, Royce?
I mean, she looked good for her age.
Yeah, her body was good.
I
right?
might not.
Sure.
I mean,
she's taking care of herself.
What are you worried about your wife? Don't worry.
No. What I'm just thinking, she was with a lot of high risk rock stars.
Oh, I don't care about that. Fuck, at this point, if I get AIDS, look, fucking, Magic Johnson got it 30 years ago. He's still alive.
But also, you make the.
I don't think I'm making another 30 years.
But also, I mean, literally, that woman has had some of the largest, rock dick ever. So there's really, you're going to be fucking a fissure.
No, it's like punching an open window, but I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Have you ever tried punching an open window, John?
What?
Have you ever tried punching an open window? It's very hard to connect.
But I've been with women. Look, if you've been with a woman or any woman who's given birth vaginally, believe me, it's going to get a little, looser down there. That's why, guys, don't worry about, if a girl's been with a guy with a big penis, because if she's given birth, there's no way the guy's penis is going to be as wide as a baby's head.
Once again, got to get back to dicks, and once again, Royce is trying to make a joke. John just can't keep up, just right over his head. Can't goof around at all.
You can just lean and at least rub up against one side.
Don P.
See, I was thinking take 3 old-fashioned
No,
donuts.
I just say you go for anal. Don P at Don Pelly.
Until everybody does that.
Who's funnier, Leno or Stern? That's a good question.
Letterman.
I think as far as a stand-up comedian, obviously Jay Leno, because Howard's not a stand-up. Yeah. As far as an on-air talent, Howard. So, that's a very simple
You really are a
question.
politician, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm just being honest here. Andrew Luder again. Would you?
It's a good time to do some advertising. Again, Mostro says, I'm new here, Mr. Cryptid. Are you going chronologically? Yes, I am. I have all of the podcasts already downloaded. I have them in chronological order, and they're going through them chronologically. If you go down into the description, you will see the playlist. It gets updated every single automatic. I have them updated every single time I'm done with these. So they're all in chronological order. And you can just listen from oldest to newest in the playlist, and you'll get them in chronological order.
Would you return to Stern Show to discuss your call with Trump? He answered that. Has the Don contacted you personally after that great call?
Yeah, I was about to say misdemeanor. I think this is the first time where John made any kind of distinction between Howard and Leno. Normally he just says, I don't know. Or I think it's usually the question is who's funnier, Larry the Cable Guy or Jay Leno, and he says I like them both the same.
Well, you said that you were friends before. No, Don. We should call Don. Donald Trump, and just call him as me and see if he'll pick up.
Let's do it.
Okay, and finally, Mr. Miyagi at Sensei Jericho says, Did you have sex with Mariah Carey? Unfortunately, not. And then
wait, why? That's so random.
I don't know.
Were you supposed to?
No, but then Steel Nation, Erica Coles 30301310. Will Baba Booey ever do your podcast? We'd love to have Tata Toothy on or Mama Monkey, but so far Baba Booey has not come on. Oh, and it's Left-Handers Day, which I say, Roy, you look less fat in those shorts than you normally do. Do you get the joke?
No, because you stuttered through half of it.
It's a left-handed compliment. All right, just whatever.
Wow. I thought you were going to make a joke about Gary masturbating with his left hand. That's where I thought we were going with that.
And that's a backhanded compliment.
I don't know.
No. Someone... Atomic Wedgie asked me at Seabass Simpson, length or girth, asking for a friend. Like I said, I would say I'm about 6 inches, but my helmet is big, so it's like a battering ram. I call my dick the hammer for a reason.
Nobody else does, though, apparently. Listen, why don't you just read the ats instead of reading their names and the ats? Because the ats are all you need.
All right, whatever. I don't know. I just like to give these guys props. I mean, they're fucking...
No, but I don't even know who... I'm trying to follow these people. I can't keep up.
Here, so let's call the White House. And I'm going to call it as
Sean Moore.
As me.
Oh.
Okay. Do you
he took a long way around to get to that one.
have the number? Or do you need it?
Let's see.
We'll call the White House. Should I call as me first? Royce?
Well, what do you want? That one.
Do you have the original number?
Yeah. Let's call as me. Say, look, it's Stuttering John. I really want to talk to the Donald.
Mostro says, I don't know anything about Howard. Does Gary was dumb? Was Gary dumb? I don't get why John felt superior. No, Gary is not dumb. Gary is still there. Gary is still Howard's producer. Gary is a multiple millionaire with a lovely family that he lives with, and with a lovely wife and children that he lives with in a beautiful mansion, and he makes lots of money, and he's very wealthy. And I think John's jealous of Gary because he thought that he could do Gary's job, or like Gary was like one-upping him or something. I don't know. I think John was just jealous of Gary because I don't know why. I don't know. I honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth, have absolutely no idea why John hates Gary.
Or should we first call as a senator, a different senator?
I kind of like you calling as you at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because calling as a senator is fucking illegal.
All right.
Especially with this whole Omarosa thing.
I've got a few Washingtons in my phone.
Just tell them you have tapes on Omarosa.
Right. Oh, there's Tim
And
coming.
just give them copies of The Apprentice.
Oh, yeah. I'll say I have tapes of Omarosa. That's good. Hold on. Let's get the number here. I got to look up. I screenshot the number. How bright was that, huh? Oh, here it is.
Does it end in 1414?
Let me see. Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Do you have?
Just gonna make sure the front door is locked. We don't get ambushed.
But I also had Air Force One on the same day. Remember we tried calling them?
Yeah. All right, so go ahead.
All right, hold on a second here.
All right, we are dialing the White House now.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
Well, I'm recording it.
The White House?
Yes, hi. This is Stuttering John Melendez calling for the president. I'm a good friend of his, and he asked me to call him because.
And who are you?
John Melendez. I've been friends with Donald for 30 years.
No.
What? Hello?
Thank you for calling the White House comment line.
Yeah, hung up.
All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold.
Did she just say no?
Yes, she did.
I think so.
Did she say no?
Yeah.
Wait,
I think
this
she
is
said
nice.
no, and hit a button and
Hold on.
transferred you to this.
Put your feet up.
Well, I know. Wait,
And I would like to point out for those who are like just coming here or like just started following me, because I noticed that there's a few new people here. This is like the third time. So the first time they called the White House, they actually got through to Trump. It was amazing, right? The second time, basically, they're hung up on, or they were unable to get through to like an operator or something. And this time they call several times and just get hung up on each time. But yeah, I love the she's like, nah, fucking hung up on him or put him back on hold. So yeah, this is the third attempt at calling the White House.
Did she say no?
Yeah, and then transferred us to this comment line.
Yeah. Call back and say yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's call back.
Just ask her. Did you say no?
No.
I've really been friends with him for 30 years.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
The White House?
Yeah. Hi. This is John Melendez calling. You guys hung up on me. Wow. Wow.
Oh my God.
God. Well, at least we know that they fucking know what it's me.
Well, let's call the main public number then. That was the inside number, right?
Yeah, but then that one just goes to a voicemail.
No, but
The other one will just go to
we
a
can try it?
voicemail.
Can you star 69 it?
Star 69, and isn't that for when they call you?
I thought that if you star
I think
69,
they're
the White House
star
won't.
69ing us right now.
All right. Here, Rose, you call Gary and see if you can.
I'll give him the number.
And they've been calling Gary every week, and Gary hasn't been replying to anything.
Write it down.
Well, I don't know. I'm looking for it.
For Gary?
Well, I mean, I gotta know like serious. I don't. Hold on.
Hey, Gary, how many shrimp did you eat today?
What is this serious? Their main number, right?
Yeah, is it star 67? I forget. It's been so long since I've had to use any of that stuff. That cell phone since 2007, 2006, 2007. I've had a cell phone. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask for the Stern Show, and they're going to go, Stern Show. And be like, yeah,
All
Tata
right.
Tuthi.
All right, so let's try that.
But they're going to try to dump that too. They're worse than the White House. She just was like, no.
No.
Specific
She said
instructions.
no. I thought she said no.
And she's like, no.
No.
I'm putting my phone on the side of my desk. So
I'm
you hear
sure
it.
that desk in the White House has taken a lot of heat the last month. Or so.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the rest of that sentence was no. I will not be the victim.
All right, I actually, Mr. Meter, I did not know this. It's now pound 31 pound on a mobile device. I did not know that.
Exactly.
Hey, try it again.
Well, usually, like if you're going to call back, you already have the number there. You could just open up the notification and hit call. So
Try it again, Ron. I mean, John.
Don.
he forgot Don's name.
I know,
The same number?
I'm thinking of yeah. Just try it from mine again. But I'm sure they have mine on.
For quality and training
I'm
purposes,
in with mine.
this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
And
By the way, they've been doing this every week for several months, or for a couple months now, since July. Yeah, since June, since July, I think. So maybe a couple months. Still doesn't know anybody's name.
mine goes right down.
They fucking
Sorry,
know
guys,
it.
I'm not giving up my phone.
They know it. They're probably so fucking proud of themselves.
We figured
They
it
finally
out.
figured it. They cracked
He's
the
not
code.
actually on vacation.
They got caller ID.
This is awesome.
This is fun. This should just be the show every week.
I know.
Just call the White House until he's out of office.
All right. Well, all the serious numbers I'm getting is at 866.
Honestly, that'd be a better show than what we've listened to today.
Probably get subscription lines.
So that's it for the White House? There's no more White House numbers to call? Can we call Air Force One?
I mean, I don't know if we try the other White House number.
The only other one I get is. Hold on, dude.
Can you call General Kelly and just say you're
Hey,
General,
try this one.
General Melendez?
Hey, Don, try this one. 202
Yeah.
456
Yeah.
1111.
Okay.
It's a combination of my luggage.
To complete this call, please press the following digits. No additional charges apply.
And the last time they called this number, Royce made the exact same joke.
Serious or the White House?
This is the one.
Okay.
It's a combination of my luggage.
To complete this call, please press the following digits. No additional charges apply.
Is this Sirius or the White House?
This is the White House.
Oh. It's hard to tell anymore.
Look up the phone, the office number for Sirius.
02.
The fuck is going on?
I have no idea. We're hearing it as it happens.
Did they hang up?
Call failed.
You should call Bob Menendez and ask
You know
if he
what,
can
just-
call the White House for
Just
you.
as a goof, try 202 456 1112. Like, let's see, like, if the White House is that pathetic that they only changed one digit.
Like Denny's down the street.
Oh wait, no. I was thinking. Never mind. I forgot. I had already listened to like this part of it, so he hasn't made that joke before. But yeah, and then they try 1112 1113 because they're real smart people.
Like, hello, Pizzagate.
Who's the guy? Who's another office official there at the White House?
John Kelly, Chief of Staff.
Yeah, John Kelly.
Yeah, he's mean.
Hello, Cisco Unity Connection Messaging System.
So that's not.
From a touch-tone telephone.
Yes.
I fear that was like the back door to their voicemail system or their whole voice over IP system. Are there any hackers out there listening? Hey,
All right.
Sphinx.
All right, so then try 202 456 1113.
Fucking A.
Hey, Nathan, I mean Sphinx.
Is Nathan Sphinx?
What?
Is Nathan Sphinx?
I don't know.
All right, I guess I'll take a minute to explain for Mustroot. Why don't you have a filter? Now I need a vegetable or a puppet commentating. I get it. I did use my filter there for a while, and then I'd have like, if you look back at looking back, I did several different things, and I finally just landed on having the thumbnail up because it's an audio podcast. There's nothing really to see. You don't have to be watching anything, so there's no real reason for me to have my avatar or anything up. I use a big purple blob, liquid cryptid, get it? Filter, and I had different stuff, but I ended up just kind of going, you know what? It doesn't. And I also had a slideshow going with all my previous Stuttering John thumbnails from all the videos and stuff I did of his, and I also upload all his stuff to Rumble. So if you go to my Rumble channel, which is linked also in the description, you can find the unofficial Stuttering John archive, where you can go look back at all the Stuttering John stuff that I record, because I record all the Stuttering John stuff. And there's also the Karmic X archive. But anyway, yeah, it just came down to there's nothing to see. There's no reason to have anything up at all. And then the slideshow is fine, but it's just this. there's a lot of them, but it's just repeating over and over and over again. And then what happened is a lot of people would come in saying, "What is this from? Where's this going on? What's happening here?" And it's nice to just have the thumbnail up. It shows what's going on, the date, what we're listening to the Stuttering John podcast. If he has guests on, I'll put pictures of them there, that sort of thing. So that's why I don't have a puppet or a filter. But anyway, let's continue on. We're almost done. There's 6 minutes left.
Busy.
Yeah, I think the days of calling the White House are over.
What?
Yeah, I really do. I think they, they finally got it.
Just got to show up in person.
Until you get Omarosa on the show and she gives us some other numbers.
Should I call Tim Sabian and get Gary's fucking direct line?
You have his cell phone. Just call his cell phone.
Yeah, but we did that already.
Call from Don's number.
No, but you can call Gary's cell. Yeah, but I thought you did that already.
Yeah, but that was once. I don't know if I left a message.
Can we try
I gotta believe the White House put the phone back on now.
Can we call and ask if the refrigerator is running? Come on, call again.
Just calling him. Just be like, I have tapes of Omarosa. Just try to get it in really quick.
No. I'm gonna just try this one. Okay, do you have Prince Albert in the
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded. White House.
Yes, hi. This is Barbara Bowie.
Okay, how can I help you?
Yes. Do you have Prince Albert in the can?
I'm sorry?
Do you have Prince Albert in the can?
For fuck's sake. Really calling the fucking White House? Jesus. Okay, let's just keep going. It's been over 2 hours.
How did you get further?
Let's slog through this. Let's slog through the last 5 minutes.
Throw that one.
Try again.
Well, no. Okay.
I feel like I heard a voice in the background going, "Just hang up. Just hang up."
Get it.
Now you should call back and be like, "Let me ask you a question. I call as me, trying to have a serious conversation with the president. I call it making jokes, and you stay on the line. What's going on over there?"
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded.
The White House?
Yes, this is microphone. Is your refrigerator running? Go ahead, try again.
No, don't do any more.
No, come on, one more.
They're really cracking themselves up with this juvenile shit. If these were some 14-year-old kids, I'd be like, yeah, they're having some fun. Whatever. That's great. He's a 52-year-old man and other men in their 40s. What the fuck are they thinking? And they're just harassing these poor operators.
Poking the bear, John.
Yeah. Just one more. Hey, what's another name?
No.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be...
No more.
Why?
I don't know. They're going to storm the door.
No, they're not.
Well, let's think about this for a second. She now, should listen.
No, I'm going to say this is Congressman Adam Schiff.
Why don't you just say it's you again? And she'd be like, listen, could you just honestly, I want to talk to the president.
She's going to hang up. She's been instructed. I've tried that. She hangs up as soon as she hears the name John Melendez.
She didn't hang up when you said, do you have Prince Albert in a can?
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd
you say? This is Bobby Bowie or something? She's like, yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, just say, hi, this is Barbara for the president, Barbara Bowie.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, hi, this is Bob Bowie. I have Omarosa tapes. How's that?
Either that or just say you have Senator Bob Menendez for the president.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Hi, this is Trish.
Yes, hello. This is Bob Bowie.
For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored but will not be recorded. The White House.
Yes, hello. This is Bob Bowie. I have Senator Bob Menendez to talk to the president. Hello.
Thank you for calling the White House comment line.
The moment you almost got through is when you're being a goof. When you're trying to get through as yourself, they won't even talk.
Well, okay. I guess we'll end the podcast. I have one last question to ask you, Royce.
Oh, God.
And Don, look.
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. It might be Lord of the Flies, okay? But are you guys having a fly problem in your house?
No, I'm having an ant problem.
And
Yeah.
Because
Flies.
Flies.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, but where do they come from?
All the shit all over your floor and in your apartment.
This heat does not help.
Yeah, but how are they getting into my fucking house?
My best guess is through the sink. I plugged my kitchen sink. I don't cook that often.
Yeah.
So I don't turn the sink on that often.
Yeah.
So I plugged it, and now no more flies. So I think they're coming up through like the drain or through the disposal.
So I should put a plug on the
Give
sink.
it a try. I don't know. That's what I did.
No, because today I came down. I swear to God, it was like a swarm. There was about 100. That's why I showed up a little late. I had to, because you know what I do. I take either a dish towel or a placemat and just start whipping them and fucking until they're all fucking like, I get like 50 at a time. I'm just fucking knocking these things out. But I just wonder if it, of where they're coming from.
I think that
what?
They're coming from the trash in your trash can and the food and the cat shit you leave all over the place where they're coming from. Here in about a year will be the cockroach incident where I've never seen no cockroaches, and now I've seen 4. Oh, and this is Magneto. He's the cockroach killer. I mean the mouse killer. I mean I don't know.
They get in your drain in there. If you're not using it enough, they lay some eggs and nothing's bothering them. They just,
But I wash dishes all the time.
Oh, maybe not.
But it could be a bathroom drain, maybe.
Sure.
You know what's weird too is I noticed these last few days they're definitely coming up through the drain.
He does not wash dishes all the time. He uses plastic dishes.
The grasshoppers.
All right. So I got to check the drains. All right. If anybody else has any other, solutions, because it's just getting crazy, man. And I'm leaving for a week. There's going to be like a fucking manifestation. There's going to be like fucking 2,000 flies in there.
Is this what you were going to ask the White House about?
No. I was going to talk to them about the Omarosa tapes and how, she's stealing my thunder.
I just pictured Donald swatting flies with a dish towel.
All right, everybody. This was a great podcast. It was very revealing, if anything, about a lot of things, about the Tonight Show, and about the Stern Show, and of course about my financials and how I don't regret leaving the Stern Show. All right, well, I'm heading to Reno. I will see you guys in Reno. As I told you, Royce. Once, when I got an Uber in Reno, they picked me up in a pickup truck. It's the weirdest fucking town in the world. But I will be in Reno at the Laugh Factory, August 14th through the 19th. The Stuttering John podcast. Please keep telling your friends how great it is. Also, get the book, Easy for You to Say, the real tell-all from a former Howard Stern employee. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you I'll talk to you next week. Good.
The Stuttering John podcast is recorded live in high-fidelity stereo sound and can be heard on iTunes, but you knew that already. Hey, what are you doing later? Can I call you? What's your number?
All right, that is the Stuttering John podcast for August 15th, 2018. And Mastro, thank you for the $20. Very generous. Bet John stares at them and forces him to laugh. No, actually, what it is that Royce is basically a super fan. He's like a super, how John seems to find these people even now, where they're basically, they want to get close to Howard Stern, right? And any way that they can. And Royce is just a super Howard Stern super fan, and he could get close to John, and he can pay to have this podcast, which I'm sure he thought was actually going to make him some money. Which didn't, obviously. They had a huge falling out. So I think that Royce is genuinely trying to back John up on stuff and be a cheerleader for John. And then you asked earlier, how would you like the Dabbleverse to go from here now to the future? Don't care. If it gets boring, then it gets boring and I don't watch it. If something else tickles my fancy, then I'll watch that. I will try to keep these going. It's going to be years and years that I'm going to be going through these. So I might as well, try to keep these going. But yeah, I don't care if the DV gets boring. Then watch something else. I don't honestly care where it goes. But I'm pretty sure once John comes back, and he will. But once John comes back, we will be. It'll catch new light. It'll reignite, and it'll go for pretty good once John comes back. It's like yeah. Nick says Royce tried. John doesn't make it easy. Yeah. Royce tries being funny, but every single time he does, it goes over John's head. John just does not get it. Well, anyway, I want to thank you all for showing up. It's been a great time. I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank you for the super chats, those who did, and the membership. Thank you immensely for those and your generosity. Let's pretend you care a little. How would you prefer to continue? No, I can't pretend that I care a little. I got into the Dabbleverse. I used to be really into IBS, which later became known as the Sector. But Ethan Ralph got sober for about almost a year, and it was boring. And then that's when I moved over and started to do Dabbleverse stuff. So I stopped listening to Sector stuff because it got boring. So, and I imagine once I get bored with Dabbleverse stuff, which I haven't yet, I mean, I was in it since they first covered. I was listening to WATP like a week or two before they first covered Stuttering John. So I've been listening since then. But literally, once it becomes boring, I'll find something else. So I'm not, that super invested, but I do enjoy the Dabbleverse. I enjoy all the creators, and I enjoy actually doing this show a lot, where we can listen back to look back at Stuttering John and listen to all the dumb shit that he used to say and match it up to what he's doing today. Anyway, it's late. I'm going long. Thank you, Mr. O, for swinging by. I hope you continue. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you all enjoyed it. And have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one.
Too late, motherfuckers. You made your bed, now you got all the shit in it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I must be the most interesting man. I must be the most interesting man in the world. Dude, I must be the most interesting man. I should be drinking. I should be drinking those seconds. I'm the go. Blind like it's all about me. Look on Reddit, rap. It's all about me. I'm the dude. Every show you do, it's all about me. The whole Dabbleverse, it's all about me. It's amazing. Big global news, front page in Japan and Spain. Big global news, England, Denmark, Ireland. I'm the dude. Big global news everywhere, even in your home country, China. And I did that. I was able to infiltrate the White House. And I did that. I got all that data, put shit in them. And I did that. Not bad, but handicapped. Right, cat? I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. I'm the guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. I'm the guys, I get it. I'm entertaining, I get it. It's amazing, I get it. I'm smart, I get it. I'm the go. I have real guests. I have real political guests on, like David Cicilline, who wrote the articles in impeachment. I have real guests. I have real political guests on, like Ted Lieu, who also wrote the articles in impeachment. I have real guests. I have real political guests on, like Eric Swalwell, who wrote the articles in impeachment. I have real guests. I have real political guests on, like John Patton, who also wrote the articles in impeachment. It's amazing. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. I rushed it. I took over your show. It was me. I was a fucking integral part of the Stern Show. Joe Rogan said that I was underrated. It's 35 years ago. I get it. Oh, I get it. It's 35 years, but I can't change truth. It's 35 years ago. I get it. Oh, I get it. It's 35 years, and you can handle the truth. Guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. Guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it. Guys, I get it. I'm the only one who had a real career. Guys, I get it. I got a real career in show business. Guys, I get it. I'm entertaining. I get it. It's amazing. I get it. I'm smart. I get it.
DJ Dapple